Brick Talk, where we're talking about Q1 2026, the state of the market for the first quarter for 2026. I'm Randy, and as always, I start off with Brick Talk by reminding everybody that nothing that's said on the show should be taken in any way, shape, or form as investment advice. I'm not an investment advisor, and you should only make investment moves with the help of a licensed investment advisor. Danhai is a licensed investment advisor. While he's on the show, he's not acting as an investment advisor, right? We're just people who like the market and like investing and like business, and like to have a conversation about it every week. So with that said, welcome. And as always, to the people listening on Twitter or the people who are maybe watching us, if you want to join in, if you want to ask us something, if you want to join in the conversation, we always encourage that. Send a speaking request to us here on Twitter. If you're on YouTube, check the description. There's a link in there. Click that link and it'll carry you to Twitter and you can join in. We'd love to hear from you. Because we want to hear what you guys like for Q1. What was it? What was your standout stock or stocks, or your, what is the opposite of standout? You sit down stock for Q1. Yeah, we're looking into that. And of course, there's also a little bit of a look towards Q2. So we always want to hear from you guys. So welcome. So Danhai, Shae, how you guys do?
All this well.
Good.
All this well. Missed last week, but the market carries on.
Yeah. We took a little break last week, and last week was, it's funny. I was looking at it just now. With the two holidays, the long holiday weekend, it's like there hasn't really been that much that has happened out of the new month, right? It's really just technically 1 week. 5 days of trading so far out of this month. So we're 1 week and 1 quarter and 1 week down into it. Shae, how are you doing?
Doing all right. Busy, therefore tired, but okay. Busy, good.
Yeah. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be busy. That's what I tell myself all the time. So Q1 standouts. I don't know if you guys have any early thoughts like us. So for the first quarter of the year, it's been, I think, exciting, quietly exciting. I don't know if you guys have anything top of your mind already that stand out to you for the first quarter of the year in terms of everything, in terms of how you think things have been going or went. What's your favorite stock, if you will?
Favorite stock? My favorite stock is it up for the year or down? It's still up for the year. But I talked to the client yesterday, and part of my thought was it won't be seen as high because it's spiking and it's down now. Still love Atlantic. I don't have enough, so looking on with love in my eyes. But Valentine's gone, but we're still here, so it's real.
Yeah. Atlantic. Atlantic.
I like Atlantic as well.
Yeah. I mean, me too. Obviously, on the Atlantic train. I've been on the Atlantic train for a while too, so we say I like it. I'm trying to remember though. I know it's at the 170. No.
160 now.
160. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, man,
nice,
bro.
Nice.
Bro, the bad man reach. He go through. Somebody call him up there, man, and do a wicked work. It started year 150, so it went all the way to 220 odd and back down. Yeah, so.
And it go 230. I think so.
I think it went 230. Let me check the camera. Yeah, 229. I see.
Yeah, man. So this is lovely.
Wow, it was Atlantic was the 13th highest gainer in the first quarter, at least. It grew 16% in the first quarter of the year. Down to 160 now, you say. Let me see, it looks like today. 160. Oh, you mean it traded as low? Well, it traded as low as 158 today.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I was looking at it close price 160. Oh, it's 170. Yeah. I was looking. Okay, so I didn't refresh the page.
Yeah, it was 161 yesterday. Yeah. Wow. What do you think? The hype dead?
I think we're seeing a lot of dead hypes. But yeah, I don't. I mean, the hype, sure, yeah, sure, the hype dead in a way, in its own little way. I don't think a lot of attention is being put there, and that's fine by me. I don't have enough, as I said. So
Yeah.
Mm.
What do you think, Shay?
mm,
Since it's
I
one of your
think maybe the vibe did off a little bit after the report.
after the report, so they dropped a
After
report.
they reported.
mhm.
Right? They dropped a report, did they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the end of year report, December.
Oh, the full year, or
Yeah,
well, fourth quarter.
fourth
I
quarter.
should say
Sorry,
fourth
yes,
quarter. Yeah, yeah. Because they haven't actually put out
delayed
anything
audited.
audited. Yeah, that's interesting to me. Also, the 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 amount, not just that, the amount of companies that have delayed their audited,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
delayed their audited so far. I think once I had checked, and it was either 20 or 21 companies that have put
Hmm.
out delays. I know I was seeing a pattern, but I don't think it's an all encompassing pattern. But like all of the April Link companies, so Atlantic would be one of them. I wasn't surprised. And you see Separate, you see all of them come through the line. They have the delays, and that's one group. And I think they run off. I think they run off one software, meaning there's an enterprise, there's an ERP system, there's a whole enterprise system behind it, and that I think would be key to the. Yeah, I
Everything
just
could be
noticed it.
aligned properly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's one way to look at it. So I noticed that, but then it's not just the Apple companies, right? It's a bunch of others. Like I said, 20 or 21 on one side check. Like it's
So,
a whole heap.
no, same. Yeah. Hmm, I'll think about that. I was thinking what if last year, my head last year was very similar, don't you?
I don't remember. I don't think so, but I don't remember. I don't think
I'll
so.
have to check it.
I don't think we've seen this many delays at the same time since maybe
COVID.
during COVID. Yeah, there was a time during COVID
Mm-hmm.
when there was a lot of, I think I call it excuses. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
because computer,
excuses.
the computer them have to wear mask,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
What do you
yeah, yeah,
mean, COVID?
yeah. There's a usual story. There's a shortage of auditors. I, I don't know. I think I view a lot of this stuff with a skeptical eye. So maybe it's too skeptical. Maybe I'm being too skeptical of it. I usually expect bureaucrats to know I say companies lie, CEOs lie. It's one of the common lies that they tell. Um, but yeah, some of them I found one or two of them funny. Like the delay for some of them is right up until the day when the Q1 is due. Yeah. Um, Maybe it shouldn't be surprised. The quarter, the audited year, and of course the quarter when Melissa happened. Suddenly, everybody or a lot of companies just can't really put out their results just yet, or blah blah blah. And I'm sure that has nothing to do with it, or it has everything to do with it. So who knows? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm skeptical, but I tend to view this stuff with a skeptical eye, as I said. So who knows? uh Going back to the Atlantic thing though, Shay, you said after the report came out, it was, well, I mean, it wasn't a bad report, right? 33% increase in profits for the fourth quarter, and for the year, I don't know, for the year, that's like what, a
Yeah, what
31%. I think we lost you for a second there, Shay. Shay, you hearing us?
I think people were more.
I don't know. You
An
hearing her,
increase.
Danai?
Shay?
Yeah, I think you're breaking up
Yeah,
for a bit there, Shay.
hearing
Yeah,
me?
yeah, he goes out and then
Yeah,
I hear a piece and then he goes.
yeah, weren't hearing you very much there, Shay.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, there we go. Sorry, we're hearing you fine. No, what were you saying?
Mhm,
But I was saying, are you hearing me now?
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Excellent. I was saying, I think people expected more of an increase. Yes.
More of an
Oh, in the
increase.
report
Oh, in
on
terms.
in
Oh,
profits.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think maybe, maybe. I think it's just one of those situations where you know you have people. Maybe who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I think you just you have people who. I mean, I jokingly say if the hype dead because there's always a joke about if somebody just jumping, it's just a hype, and there was such a sudden rise in Atlantic. Not necessarily well. There's a heavy rise literally right after the hurricane, but the
Mhm.
all the other fundamentals around the thing are great. And
And they
I
and,
mean,
it, and they have a good lineup of good news, expectations piling up. So
if you pay
yeah,
attention, yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I also wouldn't really think that. I wasn't thinking around it with like or specifically it's moving on hype. I don't know that it was. I mean, I think retail was there, but other things within the movements, it seemed to me intention. Certain people get at certain times. I say, oh, people are buying.
Hmm.
Somebody wants a good amount, and some things happen around that to make it happen. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And honestly,
to me, it
too.
wasn't only retail.
Oh, word. I mean, that'd be interesting to see. Although, again, with some of the some of the things that some of us might be expecting for it, you know, maybe not. Yeah, we see JMB. So you see pensions coming in, JMB buying, but JMB was always involved. I mean, they've been
Mhm.
involved from the IPO, right? So pensions coming in and JMB and MFG asset management is that government fund, the Jamaica Investment Fund, or is it? And whoever it is that
MFG.
institutional. Yeah, isn't it?
As
It is
what
an
was that?
institutional. The Jamaica Investment Fund. I don't actually don't know off the top of my head. I don't know. It's a good little thing to maybe research.
I feel like
We've
feel
seen
like
it
research was
before.
already done. I feel like we
Yeah,
got some confirmations around it. I was carrying what exactly it was.
I feel like I've actually researched it and looked into exactly what it is. But
I'm almost sure we've spoken about it. I was carrying about what exactly were the conversation was at the time.
mm,
So let's go back.
oh well, and they have a bit of a stake in the market, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh yes, Atlantic. Let me look at the whole thing. I mean, I give an overview of the overall state, maybe of the market. Not definitely not reading the news, but um whipped number one for the quarter,
Win again.
715 again. 759.5% increase from the start of the year to the end of March.
The
The
funny thing,
last
if it
week.
stays here for the rest of the year, it's very likely stays up top
That's
because it already moved so much like
true. That's
from
true.
where it started the year that it takes a lot for anything else to come close.
Yeah. 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 And even no.
It's a good yearly run type of number.
True.
That's a
True.
good number one for the year type of number.
Yeah, definitely the one to beat. As long as there is some amount of it's a maybe price protection
Mm-hmm.
through the rest of the year, it'd be hard for anything else to beat it. I hesitate to say impossible, but hard for anything else to
Yeah,
beat it
yeah.
or even come close.
Impossible is a hard word for me to use. I don't use it often.
Yeah. Me too. Um, yeah. Uh, yeah, it really is on one. So seven one to watch. So 759.5% increase Q1. JetCon, a
Yes,
bit of
sir.
it's a
Charging
dark horse.
forward. New leg.
New leg indeed. Two new legs, if you
I
will.
love it. I love it, man. I tell you, just they kind of a special place in my heart. So I love to see them do well.
Mine
As a
too.
company, as a stock, everything. Love it.
Yeah. In fact, I was gonna say, oh yeah. Jetron has a strong place in my heart also. Um, and this one, and it is full of jokes.
Look at us bringing emotions to investing.
Well, you can't do without it. 83% for the quarter, 83.3% for the quarter, in terms of the rise, and I'd say still fairly valued.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, at least just on a PE basis. If you
Mm-hmm.
consider some of the moves that they've spoken about, I think there might be more. I think that I'm expecting
More
more.
to go.
Yeah,
Yes,
maybe
sir.
if somebody
I expect the
join,
same.
yeah, somebody join. I have any points around that. If anybody send a speaking request for that, then maybe we can go deeper into it. But I do have great expectations, if you will, for JetCon for this year. KP REIT number 3. 52.87, 52.9% rise for the first 3 quarters. What do you guys think about this?
Honestly, not something I look at very often. So you tell me this is
Neither
news.
do I. Honestly.
Yeah.
But good for them. That's cool. Excellent.
I said, they heard Randy's thoughts around APOs and took it personally.
You think so?
Mm.
I think no. Well, you might be surprised. I
but,
think
but it might just be the case, right?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Close
I
enough
mean,
to
I
home.
I do expect them to do an APO, and I'm looking on the rise here, and to my eyes, just to my inexperience, don't know what I'm talking about eyes. I mean, I think it's heavily. I think it's heavily. I think it's heavily institutionally supported. Maybe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think maybe it's heavily institutionally
That's what I meant
supported.
by close to home.
Yeah. Yeah. Institution. In fact, the one specific institution, right? MLK period. VM, who is a heavy owner of them. Yeah, I think of KP REIT as just VM's VM's
A
X
fund.
fund. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it
Yeah.
is. KP REIT
I
is
can see
VM's
that. I
X
can see
fund.
that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And yeah, number one shareholder. I wouldn't be surprised if they're exactly who have been supported. Look at that, 614,000 units bought by their pension management company. And that's not pensions, that's the pension management, right? So that would be VM themselves. And it's not like that could be 614,000 in terms of volume is a lot of volume in terms of KP rate. It's a whole lot of volume in terms of KP rate. I want to say that like that could be their whole volume for the quarter. It wouldn't be unusual if there was an entire quarter and it was just 600 and odd those when you add it all up. And I'm saying it now, I have to know.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of have to know now. I'm looking at it. Look at that total volume, total volume for the quarter, 624.6 thousand units, right? And one player, one VM themselves, if I'm reading this correctly, and I think is 614 out of the 600 and odd thousand. Yeah, so it's VM's pension, it's VM's property arm. And if they do an APO, I hope VM supports their company. She might. Who knows? So that was not the third one. The fourth one, the People's Great Love, Trans Jamaica, up 50%, 50.54% for the quarter, up to 694.
I get the feeling that people aren't feeling it, bro.
People not feeling it?
Feeling the movement.
What do you mean?
Like,
694 is almost 7.
exactly.
It's almost 7.
After disappointment around all the dividend drop and the price drop too. After disappointment, you know, you can't. You see, the feeling so far was, oh, the price got the dividend up. It's, you know, one of them ups, so you can tell yourself the other is fine. You can tell yourself, you give yourself something good out of it. And then, oh, at 7 right before dividend, and dividend comes out, okay, dividend not so. I feel like he wanted it to be okay, that's fine. And the price not really flying with it. So, disappointment
No.
time. That's
Well,
what I was getting
height
from
did.
what I've seen.
The height did.
I refer to my previous thoughts on hype. I think
So,
this one walks that line much harder than Atlantic, where you're bridging by a Porsche, and you go in my yard, you take a picture, you post on IG, and you say, "Yo, look how good we're doing. We're doing so well. We're moving up in life. We're buying all these things." And then you go up on a bus because you're bridging Porsche, not yours.
mm, mm, mm. Some bad mind, and you bad, you bad mind a Porsche. It knows some bad mind. It's so yeah. It like hopes and dreams, but you're not really. You're not really.
You're feeling, you're talking as if you're a part of it in a way that you're not necessarily.
Yes. Yeah.
You're happy for the thing, that but you're not realizing that you're there for the ride. It's not that. It's not that you're doing anything. So you get this big crowd of people speaking as if, yeah, my money going into it, and but you never buy no more France America. You go up and you never buy. You go up again and you never buy none. You talk like, we doing this thing, we're moving it, we buy. So everybody in the room talking, never buy no more. But they're talking like, this is what we are doing. I mean, it's good. You're not you should be happy for the game, not but realize where you are in that chain. Realize what your actions have to do with the outcome. You can't say you see these big buys and your buy never reach that level. You're bridging by everybody in the room buy never reach that level. So we're not really accounting for who doing the movements, who doing the buying, but if you hear the story told, it's we're doing it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think. I mean, this
that's
again.
That's a big deal, right? In terms of where you actually trade against, where you actually go to make intentional profit. If you're buying Trans Jamaica and you want to make profit from it, then you have to understand what's causing it, what's doing the movements. So you can go out, you're buying Trans Jamaica. So move accordingly there, right?
Well, I don't know. I think that Trans Jamaica, I mean, I don't beat up, the people do love it, and there's nothing. I like that the people love it. I love it too. Yeah, I make some nice profit off it in a quarter too. Yeah, it's just
reality.
Yeah, the reality of knowing what it is that's behind the movement, and then how to profit from it, right? Because you're right, a lot of people talking hopes and dreams.
I'm even hearing, I'm hearing people that disgruntlement with their expectations not aligning, turning into a kind of done with it kind of situation. I'm like, why? Because It's not bad. It's not a bad stock. It's not a bad company. Like the things you were saying yesterday didn't suddenly change because the dividend you want or the price you didn't want never happened. It was a long term stock, but it's on different this month. Why? So yeah.
Yeah. And it's not even in a
I mean,
bad place. 50% up for
no,
the
it is
quarter.
not at all. It is doing so well, right?
Yeah.
It is doing
Yeah.
so well. But again, the conversation sounds different. Why?
Yeah. It's a good question as to why things sound different. Well, I mean,
And that is to me where we should place the danger of the emotions in investing. It's not necessarily a matter of it shouldn't have emotions. It's where you look where you actually look and you see it and say how it's actually affecting
mhm.
your investments, the way you go about things. No, I always don't say don't emotional investing. No, that's not that. Never say that yet. But all right, must know when the emotion is aligned with reality. Boy, I feel bad about this thing and and then suddenly the thing becomes way worse than it actually is, or the thing becomes way better than it actually is because I feel good about it. And you know it is, and top of the world when you make the gain, and then suddenly stock is the best thing in the world. So you never sell it, and then you fall and it's like wait.
Yeah.
Opposite, boy, I'm in a bad position, and or it and sometimes you know it doesn't even take bad for bad to reach. It doesn't take the thing to be bad for the thought to be, oh my god, it's bad. It could just be I'm up but not as much as I want. Case in point, Jamaica. It's up for the year. You've been buying it all the time. It's been running up and whatever. And then suddenly, boy, it never got eight, The seat at seven up and dividend not reach it, so it knows it must go eight. It's back to six something. And then suddenly it sounds worse than it actually is.
That's true. It sounds terrible now. 6.17. Right? $6.17. It sounds terrible now. But I mean,
You were happy
$6.17.
you were saying you were happy to buy at that price. Before it got seven, the conversation was how good it was when you bought at 6.17 because it was going to eight and they already in profit.
Wow. I didn't even realize it was at 6.17. Yeah. This I think
Thank you.
has been. Let me take a look at that.
She done up on the queue 3 times already. And she said, just wait for somebody to
Yeah.
open it.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Ooh. Now with the broker linked orders, way down at 5.99. Ooh. Shout out to my money, JA. You've been able to show stuff like the broker linked orders, which if you have a little sense, or if you have sense or not, even if you fool like me,
Or even dollars.
yeah, or even dollars, it helps you with a lot of analysis, with a lot of things. Yeah, you should. It's one of those little key features that's great. That's on the replay. 602 as a top bid. Wow.
I can't even count that 602 there.
You're right, 7,000 units.
Yeah, we can't count that.
Damn,
So mad.
601. Damn. And it traded down to it. I mean, it traded out the 601 quite a few times. 2 million units. In fact, that's just one order. The more sales happened. Yeah, 2.1 million more sales happened at 601. Right before the end of the day to 157. Huh. So now, you think somebody lose the faith?
No. I don't think so.
601. Yo, I sold some of this.
I'm gonna find the same before me drop it. Oh, same, I was happy to sell in.
Yeah. I don't think any of my take a line from that. I don't think any of my
faith without works is dead, bro.
That's true. Listen, I don't even know how to speak to it. other than if you Trans Jamaica is maybe is a nice microcosm of the market where you have to understand or at least work for an understanding of what is actually happening and not just work with the hype. And this is a real situation where the hype matters because most people just say nice sounding things about Trans Jamaica, but they don't say, well, to my, maybe it's just who I'm exposed to.
I'm just there for the dividends. My dividend yield from IPO price and from last year and the year before that, it's great.
Have they declared the
But the
dividend
price
yet?
down. We got the dividend already.
And they declared, yeah, they declared the dividend. The record date
Sure.
was what, last week? No, it was
No
Tuesday.
man, done gone already.
Tuesday, yeah, yeah,
Record
yeah.
date. Oh yeah, gone. Yeah.
Yeah, so the record date was Tuesday. But the payment happens, when does the payment happen? End of the month.
I think if you can truly take a step back and look
Mhm.
at if you can, if you can get any level of understanding of conversation, just the reactions to the dividend and whatever, you realize certain things. One, what I saw a lot of wasn't necessarily the reaction to the dividend; it was the reaction to the reaction of the dividend. So the conversations I saw were mostly talking about it's not flying after the
Mhm.
dividend drop. So it wasn't even, oh, okay, the dividend good or bad or whatever it was. Is the dividend good? Because I'm not seeing it fly. That's the conversation I saw. I'm not seeing it fly, so I'm wondering if the dividend is good. So it's like everybody else is dividend and everybody else checking, and nobody's an answer, everybody checking the same thing.
Well,
So me I asked Shae if the price fly, how come the price not fly? The dividend not good. And Shae turned on and asked Randy the same thing. And then Randy asked me. So the conversation is around the dividend, around dividend yield. You know how often that actually comes into a conversation.
yeah,
The
the truth
conversation
is,
is the reaction to the dividend, not the
the
dividend.
truth, yeah, the truth is that when I find, I could be wrong, but I find that when people say dividend, they don't really mean dividend. Just
Same.
like when them say long term, they don't really mean long term. Them
Don't
use
really
the
long
term
term.
as a stand-in for something else.
Yep.
So if you're excited about the dividend, you should be extremely excited about the dividend today, right? If you bought up to the last day when you could qualify, you should be happy. And unless you think that Trans Jamaica going out of business, you should be happy. No, seeing it at 617. Um,
The reality of thing in the road, the reality of comfort in not just stocks, but stocks is life, right? So
mhm,
the reality of comfort, people look for comfort very heavily, and
mhm.
what comfort presents often as in many ways in the market, but I see it very often is I don't I'm in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can buy Transformaker and Transformaker goes up, and the next time I check it, it's gone up again, and then I can get enough assurance that it's going up again. So I don't feel like I'm gonna sell and go worry about finding somewhere else. I can just be comfortable here because it's giving me all I think I want. And
Mm-hmm.
I've always said I don't think there's people speak about prices in the market as if like it's a static state, like oh the price is this, and then and it's funny, like we always check the price. It's not just oh $6 for this. That's not the conversation. It's what's happening. What sets prices matters more than what's the price right now.
Correct. Correct.
And
Heavily. Yeah.
if you hear the conversation from people, it never gets to that. It's oh I'm up, I'm good. You know how
Yeah.
often people buy when it down. When in our last position, how often the conversation is, should I buy more? I mean, we had a conversation. We had it the last Rick talk. Somebody, I think it was the JFP. That was a big deal to us because the person was acting against what other people think of the thing. All the price is this and not about it fell, and I'm going to buy more because that's good for me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not what. So they can tell me all these reasons why Trans Jamaica is great and thing that, and when the price is up, but the moment it's down,
And
frightened.
don't. Mm-hmm.
And down, you're not even really down. It's just not as high as it was yesterday.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, it's not. It don't look like it heading to 7. No, it look like it heading to 6. Yeah. Highway turn back. I
Maybe
don't know.
it is.
Yeah. I, I, I hope people take from it away. Like there. I don't know how to even compartment to bottle up that little lesson that you put there. Then it's a good. It's an amazing. It's like the market don't done tomorrow. It's more important to know what you actually want, act on what you actually want, and understand what's happening, or try to understand what's really happening, versus just sounding good and running with that's the real hype. That's the real hype, because there are people out there who can earn off the hype and do earn off the hype, and the lack thereof.
Mhm.
Like for me, I hear then I laugh as soon as she say, "Yo, check the queue." You know what I mean? It's like, oh Lord,
More developments.
yeah, yeah, more they want to the new leg. Yeah, the try Jamaica, we don't know, but it was the fourth largest gainer of the first quarter at
Mhm.
50.5%. And the another thing I like, the USD version of it is the fifth. So four and fifth, the two of them walk together. 42% gain for the first quarter on the Trans Jamaica USD. Show me another USD investment out there giving you 42.2% on the US dollar in 3 months. Whew. The undisputed leader, I believe, of the US market.
Mhm.
Yeah. The US market itself is no slouch. I mean, for the first quarter, Trans Jamaica USD is Bryden USD, although I don't think it has had that many trades, but it could have had
Mm-mm.
some.
No.
Yeah. And then again, it's in US dollars. So, I mean, how much US dollars you have? MPC CEL USD 24.9%. And I mean, the top three the top three gainers on the US market for the first quarter: 24.9%, 31.3%, and 42.2%. That's a that's a dream. That's a dream. Nothing else in Jamaica is giving you that. Nothing else legal that I know about is giving you that on the US dollar. Ah, wow. Wow. And so, wow. So Trans Jamaica USD and Trans Jamaica JMD, number 5 and 4, respectively. Um, and the six X Fund, 39.4% gain. Sagicor X Fund, back from the is it back from the dead?
Good. Yeah.
X fund.
Yeah.
What do you think about
Ah,
it,
wait,
Shay?
wait, 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 wait. Show me X1 top 10.
The X Fund is to X um I don't know, people's pensions and Sagicor.
If I remember when Sagicor sold theirs to the people's pension, to the Sagicor pensions.
Correct. Correct. Loaded it up with the Sagicor pensions, so that it's Sagicor managed pensions.
Mhm.
Um, so that it's no longer Sagicor's, so they could I
Mhm.
so they could benefit from that readjustment under the financial rules. I believe you know, no longer control technically technically no longer controlling ownership. And what I
Mhm.
like about how it's so that is like how clear it is. It sounds silly once you say it. So Sagicor, so I say it. So listen to these people. Sagicor is not in control of Sagicor X Fund. Here are the top owners: Sagicor Pooled Equity, Sagicor Pooled Mortgage and Real Estate Fund, Sagicor Pooled Diversified Investment Fund, the Sigma Real Estate Fund, the Sigma Equity, the Sigma Diversified Investor, the Sagicor Managed JPS Employees Pension Plan, the Sigma Global Venture, NHT's Pension Fund, and the Heart Trust NTA Pension Fund. Those are the top 10 owners of Sagicor X Fund. So Sagicor Group Jamaica is not in control. Is not a what's the actual. Sorry, they're not. in control of it. And so they got to
I do not have a controlling interest.
thank you. Yeah.
Is
My
that
brain
so?
was blanking. Yeah.
All
So
right. Yeah. Of course not.
yeah. But yeah, back
Really?
from the day, at least from March 31st, between then and today, this 1 week it's back, it's down. It's down
Yeah, man, did a
from
nice little job today.
how long you think that will last though?
Not long.
Yeah, I think this might be exciting later in this year. Almost not almost 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it'll be exciting later in the year. Should point something out, Danhai. Going back years ago, remember the reasoning given by Sagicor at the time for the selling of the hotels and all of that to who did they sell it to?
Florida thing. Florida
Yeah,
friends.
oh, in Florida. Was it Florida? Well, they say a US company though. And I don't remember the name of the US company, but selling to the US company and holding the US company shares instead. And saying, because of the risk, and there was talk of the risk from FinSac days and hotel and so putting the risk onto the hotel company.
Oh, yeah.
Playa.
Playa. Yes.
Yeah, Mexicans.
I remember how that was supposed to be the greatest thing ever. Remember that?
Yeah, and they had a bit of falling out over it, and the numbers took a hit, and the numbers have consistently taken a hit, I think, from then. And then, of course, the new owners banked off it.
I remember how that was said to be. I remember I have a lot of. I was a pariah in the office at that time because I never see the vision.
so I said that to say that in some ways they may be finally just, what I'm saying, like, a broke clock is right, at least twice for the day. Technically, they don't. Technically, they would have softened the blow from Melissa. It took them years, but technically they dodged some of the Melissa blow because they no longer own the hotels like that
Directly.
directly. Yeah. So it finally worked out. It's the broke quarter. Yeah. So X1, which, as I said, might be exciting later in the year. Maybe in Q2. Yeah. Well, I threw it. So anybody who sends a speaking request for the rest of the night while we're on, I mean, you get to pick one company you want us to talk about, and we can dive into it. So here's something you're wondering about. This is your chance. And of course, you want to hear what your favorite thing for the quarter was. So yeah, that's the top 6 for the quarter. May I run it out with 10? AS Bryden USD, which I mentioned, was the 7th largest. Fesco, wartime. What do you guys think? You guys enjoy this one for the quarter?
Part-time stock.
No, actually, I didn't personally enjoy
Wait,
it.
where
I didn't
is
do
it
much.
now?
I didn't touch it.
It ended the quarter up 30.5%, and it at 377, and it is at the same price today. 377.
Didn't touch it this time. There for the last one, not this one.
Yeah. It went as high as, I mean, I think it was the last Brick Talk where somebody had come on. I've forgotten the gentleman's name, but he was talking to us about it. He was asking about it, and I know of another brethren who was asking about it, not on Brick Talk, but otherwise, and it was.
The person I remember asking about it was Pretty Brittany.
Yes, that's true. And that was maybe a few weeks before, right? And it was when it was hot. It was during wartime. And I don't know. It's the hype, but I don't want to say the hype in the way that people say it, because when I say it, it don't mean quite the same.
Yep. People take it like People
Yeah,
say
don't,
like, oh, it's this terrible thing, like people like things. But
exactly.
no, that's what I mean at all.
Yeah, but I do think about the same thing that I said. If you can go back and listen to that episode, then like understand what is happening. It's not retail. Not that that's good or bad. It just is. It's not, in my view, it's not retail. It's not people going, oh, war is happening and gas prices going up every week, as we see, and as a result,
I don't wonder for me one because it keeps the conversations I hear are often everybody explains things as if retail is the only actor in the market.
or
There's a
even
strong skew towards that idea.
of retail being the only actor, or the only actor, or the strongest actor.
The one of them. But I would say only. But I mean, so every now and then they throw in the thing there. But it often largely depends on what is said what is said before the retail of a conversation. I would say.
Yeah, I
But
don't know.
if you can't explain it, it's retail. And then
Yeah.
either smart or stupid according to whoever telling that story.
Yeah, the price not going where I want. I'm stupid. Well, if I own it and the price going up, then the
Remember the
retail is
last
smart.
war?
Yeah,
How stupid we were for liking it.
that's true. No, this war everybody
would
have.
move.
Yeah, no, this war everybody expects it to move, and
Genius.
it's so funny again. Well, I don't think about it too much. It's just as I've said before, people should understand a lot of what's happening or likely to happen. A good little grow up. Come on the grow up, and you'll learn how to learn more about what is actually happening and how it actually go, how things actually look. Yeah, man, how to drive
Who
or
drive
the
the bus
bus.
where I take.
Exactly.
Taking the
Because
bus.
yeah, I mean, Virginia was talking about it a couple weeks ago, and it was over $4. It was over $4. So I mean, middle March. Was that it? Or was heading up? It was over $4. I don't know if it was heading up to the what you call the peak now, or coming down from that peak. I mean, peak March 17th. So it was coming down from the peak. But was it 460 odd? Or headed one? It was over $4 though, and they're buying. And I can't tell people to buy or not to buy or sell. This is a virgin. It's not somebody paying me, and I'm not giving advice. But so if a virgin talking to me about it, I'm asking them. I'm like, yo, you're buying? And they're like, yeah. And I'm looking at it like the sign's not saying to sell. It is. People look at that. People look at this and they don't hear. And I'm talking about people here who might be thinking in the short term, right? Even if you don't admit it to yourself, you want the money now, you're short term. You might identify as a long term, but you're trans long term. You're short term, right? you're a short term. So if you're looking on it and you're thinking, oh, it's excited when everybody is greedy, sell. Not that Buffett say, and when people are fearful, buy.
Buffett say, well, I agree with whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. I look at I think a lot of Buffett's advice was around. I think a lot of Buffett's advice was I look at and I think a lot of Buffett's advice was you're not willing to do the work to get what you actually want.
Bro, so, he says that. He doesn't. You have to look at it to figure that out. He says it.
But people don't hear it.
Even, oh yeah, Buffett say you should only buy the index. I'm like, Buffett that don't buy the index, and then when he actually what he said about the index, he's like, most people now go to certain levels of work, so buy the index.
Yeah, well, he said most people should buy an index fund. That's what he said. The levels of work. I'm going to the deepest of him said level of work. So yeah, most people should buy an index fund. Most of you aren't going to beat the market. You should just buy an index fund. But people hear that, oh yeah, the index fund is the best. That's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is you're not willing to do the work to figure out how this thing works, and you don't want to. You just want some money and you want to invest, and you should invest. So buy an index fund. And leave it there for a long time, because over a long period of time, the index funds tend to rise. No, he said that he didn't have our funds. Yeah, he didn't have our funds to work with when he was saying that, but it is what it is. Anyway, so what's happening with Fesco? Anybody have any idea? Me neither, right? Same exact thing that was happening before.
Interested. That basically summed up my conversations around it with people who were interested.
Mhm.
A lot of it was, I don't actually know certain things. I don't feel confident around certain things, so I can't tell you that you should be doing that.
Mhm.
It's not that I would say it can't happen certain ways or it's bad that whatever is in there. It's a possibility, but it's not my most certain possibility.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, and
I don't feel a certain of a conviction around it when I look at what's happening there. So
and that again, it come back to that understanding the market point. You have to understand. I find more and more like that's just how I approach it, and I think that's what expertise sounds like in every area. Whether you making a quick play, you're doing the flips, or you're investing for the quote unquote long term for your pension for whatever. The expert at the thing, when you talk to them, they speak in a manner that speaks to an understanding of the thing and what they're doing. And the lack of that understanding is what burns people. That's just it. The share price moves.
one of my hardest moments is people want certain. I think I say that many times. People want a certainty from me. And they want me to tell them I know everything and this thing must go up, this thing must go down. So act in this way. So if I it also feels like my clients that have, as I would say, are truly in the market, doing the market. In a lot of times, my conversations with them are, in a certain way, are more uncertain. Like I'm not speaking into like a person that will really pay attention to the market. They'll tell you what they want, whatever, and the conversation you end up having is, all right, this is what we're doing, because on your side, there's not much. There's a type of feedback around the market. You don't really know the market certain ways. The people that know the market, it's all right, cool, you're doing this, whatever. But I can't tell you it's bad or it's good or whatever. But I can more give you my thoughts around it more than just buy, sell, whatever, because this will happen, whatever. There's more flexibility, I would say. Because by nature, that person will be more flexible. I find that interesting. But people that know the market more, they are more comfortable within the market. They're more okay with uncertainty.
Yeah. You kind of expect that.
Like, I don't really know, but this is the risk of it. This is the thing we're doing. This is how we need to go about it, and we can even work with more contingencies. But somebody that don't know them not try. They want them not try to hear that, and two, I can tell you, it's almost like that the conversation don't really help them on a certain level.
Yeah,
or at least it doesn't help them perform an action.
Yeah, because what they want to hear, like you said, they want to hear that and it's going to happen this way, and so you must do this, so it must happen this way. And the funny thing, as we know, is that even if you tell them that they're not gonna, like if you tell them that they're not gonna act on it. They're not going to act on it. They're not going to. The funny things I used to hear that years ago. I remember once I think I heard, who was it? I want to say it's Gary Peart. Either in an interview or I think it's in an interview. I think it's an interview that he did with Wayne Marshall. I think it's on that, or it might have been some long ago interview. But like he's talking about, telling people, like even if you tell people, they're not going to. They're not going to. It's like I said, most people look at the share price going up as a sign that they should buy. Not if you tell them before it, they're not going to act on it. And I know that from myself. I know that from how many years of long before I ever in business, just he tell somebody something, them not acting it, but then if I tell people say Fesco is going up in January when it's at 267 or when it's at 280, 267, 280, whatever, 250 in January, them not do it. But when it start go up now to 3 and 3, then they'll buy, right? They'll buy a lot of buying happen at 370 up to 450. But now it's back down to 350 and people kind of, I don't know. Maybe they're waiting on the hype again.
Mhm.
And
And
look at
they-
that view.
There's something around that, when the hype done, where you have in the hype done, not necessarily in Fesco specifically, but
Mhm,
say a stock did something and it was a hype or whatever, and then it kind of died down.
mhm.
If you can find the point where that hype comes back, you might just have a gem on your hands. I mean, Jamaica in the past has done that multiple times.
Yes.
Not
And
the only one.
and will again.
So, and yeah, I never want to say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, in my opinion, I think we'll again. Yep. And there's a good amount. I will say it was there. Jamaica, I'll leave an example because everybody's example already, so I'm fine.
Yeah. As you said that Judsa joined us earlier. I see her back on now. Judsa, can you hear us? She sent
Teacher
a
Striker.
speaking request. So Teacher Strike, how are you doing?
What is good, boss?
Hey, everybody. You hearing me?
Yeah, man, we're hearing you clearly. How are you doing?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm all right. How you enjoy the first quarter of the year so far?
Oh. All right. So we send a speaking request because you said pick a stock. Me really want to start rush down to SVL. And I don't know my baby that. Oh,
That
yeah.
definitely have to talk about tonight because
Mm-hmm. When I walk over some things when me like, never ever talk about it, but you walk over my X fund. X fund is my baby. Baby. Love that.
recent baby or long time baby.
No, for the $5 baby. You remember when you do the $5? Down in November, I think. November. But from about a year. X fund is always my baby. Always
I
get
see.
the old X fund. You could trade X fund every other day and get 16% when you're selling. So what I do is I stockpile X fund. Because you know it not do the volumes
Mhm.
like that. So you just take your time and stockpile that. And anytime you're ready for sale, you know you're not sell under $8. 17% we are start sell X fund. Beauty. So I like X fund. I've always loved it. But I want you to reach over to SVL. Trans Jamaica has always been good. The truth of the matter is, I kind of understand people's sentiment because even for me, I started to like, oh my God, why it not reach over $7 a little bit like we are expected it to go? But then I said to myself, am I being greedy? You remember Randy when you say like some away from grower, we just like cut with 10 and say like it's like we now better do that again, it too little bit. Or we expect that amount of percentage. It's something I have to really check myself and say things are changing. Hold on. You understand? So me look at me say by far Trans Jamaica is going to be the best dividend I've had. I'm not a dividend investor, so that is a very big thing for me, right? But when it's long on your account, your profit, and you say, hold on. No, I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm gonna stick to what I said I was gonna do, realize my profits, and re-enter at the price in my head to re-enter. It touched 601 today, by the way. I don't know if you did say that when the internet was active.
I did mention that. Yeah, that I saw that
It touched it about 2 or 3 times. So nobody can complain. And I know there are persons who are holding back and still not buy. Because if you look on the queue, even though trans not really follow them own thing, you might say that I'm not ready yet. But isn't $6 an excellent entry point? You know,
I don't
re-entry point.
I don't know. I don't.
If you check the people
I
last
don't-
week, it'll tell you yes. So check them again and see what they must say. Not
Well,
last week, well, if it last month, they're gonna say start of last month, the month before that, they're gonna say yes. So
Yeah.
check them again and tell them what them say.
Yeah.
anything them want about me know what my re-entry point is, and I know what I'm expecting. I came out, I made my profit, I'm going back in. Because I never wanted to fall into the slump of looking at the unrealized gains every day and smiling. You know, like when you hire money a bank, put on and you smile and say, oh, they no man. I realize my profits and I will decide when I'm going to re-enter, and I'm going to realize my profit again once it starts going up again. For the quarter, it's a little weird. I don't know if it's me alone, but it wasn't trading how I expected it to trade.
Trans Jamaica, we talking
Uh,
still?
no, regularly. Trans Jamaica done regularly. We did
Or
expect
you
the
just
things
talking
from
overall?
SVL
You're just talking overall?
overall.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you were looking at SVL trends from before and reading all the reports and stuff and seeing the things that you should see, you'd realize that SVL was not gonna trade how it would normally trade at the end of quarter. That's
Okay.
me, how I looked at it. I was happily waiting on the. I don't mean anything bad. SVL is my baby, but I was happily waiting on the dip. Happily, happily, and still waiting to see if life will be good with me again. Because I don't know if you remember, Randy, years ago when SVL, up at $30 people did that buy. You remember? 28, I think up to $32.
Listen, I am people, so I know what you mean.
I know, cause you say exactly. I know.
Yeah.
'Cause
I am people,
I
yeah, man.
remember exactly. I remember when my average price I came on and my average price was $19, 2 cents, and I think it was brick cut. I was like, Janot, how you get your you know? And I got my average price to from last year to $17 something. But with this that is going on, you analyze the trends them, you jump out at trends if you saw it coming. And I know enough of the grow up people them saw it. Jump out at trends at the appropriate time. Come on, don't be penny wise and pound foolish now before that huge dip, and jump into and set them pot waiting on what SVL would
Well,
bring.
well, you know what? It's for them to join us. So what they have or have not done. It's been a very interesting. It's been a
Yeah.
very interesting.
Mhm.
It's been a very, very,
Mhm.
very interesting quarter though. I know
Yes.
some of them would have been expecting what happened at the end of the quarter, and just SVL, as you mentioned, it fell for the quarter. It fell 5.3%. Actually, some of us were expecting it. In fact, I was actually expecting it maybe 2 quarters now. Definitely the previous quarter, not meaning the one ending December. It was full year. But definitely for Q1, you couldn't set your pot on fire for that. But I don't, as usual. What you're saying things that is that one of the reasons why I've always like when you come on is because you look on it in a different way from how I look on it, and like all of the things and the signs that I use to know not to expect anything for this quarter end. I don't hear you mention them. So, like you say, you looked at the trading. To me, it's not the trading. It's not the price, but everybody looks on some other some other sign, you know. But yeah, so you say you put your pot on fire, you get somebody at what, 15, 14?
No man, me get 13. Now I thought what?
Yeah, 30. Wonderful.
Well, me get 14, you know. Me get 14. Well, I
So,
got
you're
hold on,
to
hold
the big
on,
trade,
hold
Mr.
on.
Widdy.
No. Don't. We don't have that quality money. It was interesting to look at all those monies, not true, cause I was looking at it,
SPM
you know,
quality
the
money and
man
come to a
have.
difference.
Me don't know if I'm a man or a woman. The person have what was it? 4.7 million units, and him set it at the $13 whole long, you know, or 13 or one or whatever flat. And when him still like 140 or 145 come, it's like the man move him hard and put it up at 1350. And me I scream out, you know, like him can hear me. Me I say, brother, don't move it.
What
And
what we talking about here?
the SVL trades, he had 4.7 million units that he was
When?
buying.
When?
Was it Yeah, today I went. Today a
3
Friday,
days ago.
Thursday, Wednesday. But Wednesday, I think. When it hit
Okay.
13 was Wednesday. I think it
Uh,
was Wednesday.
yes, April
Yeah.
7th.
And the man had the trade there sitting
Man,
4
okay.
point. He had it there at $13. And it's not if and but it was gonna hit it. And like about 15 or 12 minutes before the end of close, my man just moved the trade and put it up at 13.50. And it swiped there. I mean, know him feel happy when it swiped there, 13.50. But guess what? About 8 minutes after that,
Uh-huh.
Jano, it just do the $13. Because when the man move a trade, I put my trade on top of him trade, of course. So when me see him move it, me not telling a lie, me I said, Jano. But me say me not play up and down game because me know why me put it there. So, and let me tell you, oh my God, 1301, it was a beauty. It was a beauty. But I do have at
Uh-huh.
14. I got at 1404. Well, I'm looking at my book, make sure. Yeah, SVL at 1403. And I got it at 1404. Yeah. So that is my SVL. That is me and my SVL. I have other little things that I do that I did in the quarter. Um, Victoria Mutual is always good to buy. It always does it the run up and the run down and having nice things with that. People are doom and gloom out the thing and bloody April. One of my persons when me play with on Twitter. But
Mhm.
in everything, as I always say, look around man, you can do the thing. Study something them. For example, detail, I go do the 160, 161. But I go do the 180. So if you have little time, you understand? Them little things, look out for them. Um, what me never like Panjam.
Okay.
Jano. I didn't like Panjam because I think I bought it too early. I saw the play and I think I bought it too early. So I bought Panjam at 41 something, but I think that was from Q4. And it just never reached back at 52, 53 when I did expect it. So I had sold it, I sold it in profit, but it didn't do what I wanted it to do.
But
And
it did go
then no.
52 though. It got
But it,
52,
of course,
56 on the
it
30th.
went 53.50 on the 31st. It went 53.50
So how you never get on? How you don't get
because
your
me
order
couldn't wait.
sold?
That's what me say. That's what me say. I
Okay.
entered it too early and then it was there floundering at 46 and
Catch
47
your
and
friend.
middle. So, no, me not catch me afraid. I one set of money me have, me not have full no money. I one set, one set of money me have.
What's the money we have to?
No, I don't have 3 or 4 set of money. What you talk about? I
No,
one set.
no.
I I one set of money me have. So if it in a time it not do it for do,
Uh-huh.
as long as me can exit with my fees and look at things.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I just my fees, me not telling a lie. Me have to put it in a something else where we even give me 5% fee DR for the week. You understand what I say? I want set of
Mhm.
money me have. So it did it. So on the 31st, let me see my book. Hold on. On the 30th, it did the 53.99. On the
Uh-huh.
31st, it did 53.50. So had I waited, no doubt about it, but me couldn't wait. So now I have to go balance my book and say, if what I took out that money for, did it
Mhm.
make back the money or is it teaching me a lesson in patience? Them kind of thing them yeah, try work out in
I
have it
get
right
you.
down something.
If I make my money JA help you, it do all of those
Yeah.
automatically for you, Not just I know you use it hard for like when you pay attention during the day, but it do all of the calculation, all of that for you too, So
Hey, calculation get me high, you don't understand me. Understand it because
I
so
don't
I time with
understand.
me a trade, me call like some of my friend and me said so them say like Jano, I my money dividend calendar day again. Because, or where if me did have this mood,
Uh-huh.
I go faster, especially when me have the other day, my regular work,
Uh-huh.
sometimes it
That's
is
why it
tedious.
exists. Yeah, so it exists.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
I know, I know, I know. Trust me.
But
Cause
you
no.
like the calculation.
Oh yeah, oh good man. Good God man. There is nothing that
Yeah.
gets me higher than the calculation. Me no need nothing to get me high. Calculation sweet me. I mean, know the
Yeah.
things them in my head. But it has been good. Of course, we never ever sleep on JFP. We always say that. Um, yeah, yeah, man, we have some
JFP.
things that we not sleep on. We they here to wait for wood cats to touch 70 cents or 78 cents for all the people. They are wait. Cause trust me, yeah. All right, enough for no time. Oh, and separate. You know me want you to tell me, Randy.
What's that? Yeah, you can pick the
Separate.
one. Yeah.
Separate.
Uh-huh.
All right. No. All right. Let me do last M. Last M for all the people them who want to go look into last M. Last M did at the 620, 625. We're good with last M. I do that. And last M is a $5 stock. Well, to me, last M was a $5 stock, and then it just jump up in a $6 and it now touch back down. Just like how Jenak is annoying the daylights out of me with that high price. But last M, $6.25. But then which day was it? Friday. Thursday was it? Look for me notes. Last
Mm-hmm.
how much $1 million them do know? $124 million. But they
Was that
saw people bought at $6.80, or was it $6.85? And I'm like, why are they buying so high? So
high?
may I say,
Okay.
yes, because the last M was doing 620 in ICMD.
Okay.
620. So if you go buy, if your volume I got so much, you could have get it, and anyway, but then they did that. And then I noticed that Separate did the same thing. Because Separate is a $73. Well, $73 stock. It normally go up to $81. And then I noticed that Separate did 242 million. But then by way up at it, no, me not quarreling. No, me know the investor them have Separate supposed to lick every finger where them have. And I say hallelujah. But it just struck me as odd that those two, Separate and Last M, so me have to go look now and see where connection between Separate and Last M. You remember that brick talk that you did with Epley and CPFV? Oh my good God, that was so good. That was like for me so very good. So I was wondering if there's a connection that I am not seeing with Separate and Last M.
Like what? Like
Because
separate.
they were me don't know any kind of connection in terms of directors, in terms of management, anything. Those are the kind of connections that I'm looking for, because they are actually trading in the same kind of way.
Huh? Is that so? I
In
look at that.
in my head. In my head. All right. When you look funny at anything, give me a shout. All right.
No,
Have a great
you
night.
say it's a good point. So I said you can pick one, and since you're the first person a speaking request, yeah, you pick which one. You are here. At least my wild ideas on.
Give me last M, cause last M I'm a little baby. All right, give me last M then.
Last M.
Well, be a baby have man. Put them on.
You're right. Mother of many. Last M. Well, you brought. I found it so interesting. You did that. You brought last M up in line with Separate. Like, what you think Separate could buy last M?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is. That's why I say I have to go do some research now to go figure it out. I don't know, but I'm noticing that, like how when you see like, for example, like I think it was Q4 when you saw, for example, dollar go up and halt at I think 310, and same time that it do that, SVL did the play right before, little before the 1 hour close a day and halt up. And you know that 100 or 100 so. So I noticed that, like my mind, probably my mind is my mind is telling me that Separate is trading almost in the same way like last M. I don't know why or how. That's why I say I need, if you have any ideas on that,
No,
or I'm gonna do some research on it.
I like what you're saying. I like what you're saying. I understand. I think I understand what you're saying. Your subconscious is picking up something that you consciously haven't picked up yet.
Explored, haven't heard anybody put anything with it. So that's why I ask you if you know, and if you have.
You're not gonna hear nobody put nothing to it. I mean, I have.
Trust me, you're not gonna hear episode.
You're not gonna hear nothing until you hear the announcement, and then yeah.
Yeah, go say it.
Yeah. How do I put it? I think last time has been I think last M and last D. I think the Lasco
Ooh.
affiliated companies have been the possibility of a buyout since Lascelles chin passed. And these things take time, and they take they take a buyer and a willing seller, right? And they take a broker, they take deep pockets to be interested in it, and yeah, I don't know what you're so seeing. I don't know. For me, I'll tell you, if tomorrow you heard that, if tomorrow I heard that Massey or AS Bryden or CPJ or Seprod, which is just me repeating the same name a bunch of times. If I tomorrow I heard that they're putting out a buyout for Last M or Last D or both, I wouldn't be surprised at all. And so what like you mentioned separate, so you look on looking on the QMI Money J, you have broker linked orders for separate up to today. Broker link
Even
bid at
today.
81.90. Probably that came in right at the end of the day, right, as usual. And that's a little bit of a known footprint if you pay attention enough. It's a bit of a known footprint. And for that to happen today in Q2, April 10th, it's not like it's a special day, right? If it was happening March 31st, you wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure it happened then also, 83.30. But 80, 81, no. Why would it be happening? No. Who cares about the price not falling below a specific number this far, I mean, a week into the quarter?
Yes.
I don't. Putting it simply, I wouldn't be, as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a buyout of the Lasco affiliated companies or some of the Lasco affiliated companies. Obviously, Last M and Last D are tighter linked than Last F. But Lascelles is no longer here. And those are three valuable, useful, cash rich, I think, also asset heavy companies.
And to me, looking like the boss need a driver.
Yeah, I suspect somebody has bought the bus. I suspect somebody has bought the bus, and they just they're just moving things around. What's funny, you mentioned management. If I remember correctly, Last M CEO left, no? And
Separate now? Or Apple now? No, so?
Where did he go? I don't think it's separate. No, man. The new separate guy is is a guy out of is a Jamaican, I think, is coming out of Central America. Maybe headhunted, but he did go somewhere, right? Is he Last M or is he Last D?
What do I remember? Something there. Is AS Braden, bro. He's at
AS Bryden.
yes.
All right, so let me see if I have this right, so people don't misunderstand, or at least I understand it correctly, or we, at least us having the conversation, understand it correctly. The former head of the former head of Lasco Distributors, John De Silva, has moved to be the group CEO effective April 1. Effective April 1, he's the group CEO of AS Bryden, coming off a 5-year tenure as the managing director of Lasco Distributors. I don't know. Just so what you think that mean?
Um, um, I don't know. I'm going to look into it because I did read about the CEO change, so I know of that. So I'm gonna, as I say, I'm gonna read into it this weekend and do some deep diving into that because these are companies that I appreciate. So
I mean,
I don't
I
know.
think I think all of us appreciate it, but it's sound in a sound. I think
The moving around is always,
it's not moving
yeah.
around. Those two companies are competitors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he has left Lasco distributors. If I remember correctly, he left rather hastily, no? Effective March 13th, he left Lasco distributors. Yeah. And so end of February, they told us that that's 2 weeks notice. I remember seeing that and raising my eyebrow. Your managing director is not a 2 weeks notice kind of
2 weeks
employee.
notice kind of guy.
Yeah. Anytime you see any
Have a
like a rule of
transition,
thumb,
We've been doing
yeah.
this,
I'll leave that for the girl gods. But so 2 weeks notice, end of February, March 13, he's gone. And March 24th. No, that March 24th, and this notice was February 27th. That's March 24th, February 27th. Let's see. February 27th. 1, 2, 3, 4th week. In the 4th week there. So so matter of fact, March 13th will be the official thing, and then 1 week, and then the second week, March 24th. So now it's again 2 weeks notice kind of roll. So John De Silva leaving last day after 5 years with if you're just going off this notice, looks like 2 weeks notice. And then announcing that effective April 1, on our 2 week notice, effective April 1, he'll be the head of the group CEO for AS Bryden, the Trinidadian company. So if AS Bryden, as I said, buys Last D or Last M, or Last D and Last M, or if Separate buys Last D, or if Separate buys Piece, AS Bryden buys Piece, CPJ buys Piece, Judsa shouldn't be surprised, right? But anyway, Judsa, that don't sound like hype. Nobody's hyping about this. So when you do your research, you can come link us. You can come link us about this. I see.
Thank you.
No, thank you. As always, you bring a view that I like, exciting. I love that you're constantly making money in the market, and I like that you see things that other people don't always see. And also not in the same way that other people see it. Certainly not always even in the same way that I see it. I love that. You see things that I see from a completely different view. So I really, really like that. And I'm pretty sure Danhai and Shae also like that. Yeah, let me point out also some of the things from people on YouTube. Lovebird says Ace Bryden is a distributor for Lasco products in the Eastern Caribbean. Look at that. Yeah, thank you. I hadn't seen this comment at the time, Javon, saying that he went to ASBH, Ace Bryden. I wonder what those dots might mean.
And as I said, last M news. Long awaited. We've been wanting to hear what's going on there for a while now,
And those moves do take a little bit of time. Shae, you can jump in. I don't know. You'd said Ace Bryden earlier, but not Ace Bryden, sorry, you'd said Atlantic. But maybe I switch it up and say what's the worst stock, or also what's the worst? I'm like worst, but what's the good? What do you think is the bad or interesting or whatever stock for the quarter? And of course, it's to
I want to conjure the anger.
You want to do it? Oh, okay. All right. Which one are the Vicks?
Huh?
Which stock had the Vicks?
Not me. I'm just saying.
Oh, not you or who? I don't know. Like we lose Shae. Shae, you hearing us?
Oh, I'm on hearing 2 tracks. I have
Oh,
2
I'm not.
audios, so I have to cut and forward.
All right, no problem. No problem. I'm not hearing her double up. You hearing her double up? You hearing her and me double up, Danhai? No? All right, well, I mean, same question to you, Danhai. Most interesting one for the quarter, or least interesting, or anger, or whatever.
I mean, scroll down to the bottom. Give me some inspiration.
Phew, I flipped the list. I mean, Kintyre, I think, was the biggest loser. It lost the most. It lost the most market weight, if you will.
Second best last year, and so far.
Second best.
That's yours.
That's true. Second best for all of 2025.
25.
And worse for the first quarter of the year. But again, also remember last year, for being serious, last year it's not like it was a stellar stock the whole year. It was pretty crappy the whole year, and then December 1 to December 30 flew.
Yeah, but number one, the dust for all right before they started the end of the year. So that was the race. You never asked when you joined.
Exactly.
That's true. The funny thing is,
as Whipped is number 1 right now, isn't it?
Whipped is still number 1 here with the 700 and odd.
Exactly.
Yeah, with the 700 and odd.
Time, man.
But Kintyre is number 1 if you is the number 1 loser for the quarter.
Still have time on it. The year not done yet.
Exactly, we have 3 more quarters to go. And boy,
and foreign.
I don't know.
3 more quarters and foreign.
And I don't know about the foreign thing, but yo, within this quarter, again, exciting, easily the most exciting stock for the quarter.
Mm-hmm.
How many things were announced in this quarter?
How much days in the quarter?
So many.
No.
But just a weekly.
Yeah, there's a weekly announcement. A weekly announcement. I mean, no joke. Just in terms of volume of noise. I don't know if it must be a record. It must be a record. I can't think of any other stock for the quarter.
I'm not writing it down. That's probably.
Yeah, but I mean, you just look at the things that made it to the JSC. January 22nd, full regulatory approvals for the chalet at Bengal Beach, and and contemplates immediate sale or funding partnership. Right? The chalet signature residential development, yada yada yada. And that was in January. A week later, additional shares in Culture Rum to increase ownership to 100%. I don't even remember this one.
Yeah.
How can you forget?
It's very easy. It's very easy to forget. It's weekly. This lives in short-term memory. The 100% Culture annual report. Was this the negative quarter? This wasn't the don't be negative bro quarter. Annual report for 2024. For 2024, yeah. So I think
strong company. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're thinking
about. I can't think of any one thing that I would think of, or anything that I would think of as my most disappointing. But I generally have disappointments on the market.
I get you. Well, what was a disappointment for Q1? For me, Kintyre was not a disappointment. It's always an entertaining show.
Yeah, that's it. I think of Q1. I think of general disappointments. None of my disappointments are Q1 centric. Let me say it like that.
I get you.
It's
ROC.
boy,
Tell
have
me
these
one.
you've had these problems for too long. ROC.
Oh,
ROC was the
Why?
second biggest loser for the quarter, down
Or
29%.
are you disappointed? Okay. What you
Uh,
expected?
I expected it. I expected for completely other reasons, but I expected it. But yeah, it is what it is. It's a point in time. For
Disappointed for the
me,
quarter? I can't think of my disappointment. Tropical going APO again.
but to their credit, they said it
But
was
then, but then,
a
pull it back.
typo. They
no,
said it
no,
was a
go someone.
typo. They said
It was by SPO.
they said the document was accidental. And I give them that, right? Uh, I'll tell you, for mine, me, Palace, not disappointment in terms of money, but you always hear about for years, even talking about movies, and what they're going to do as people change. And I've been hearing that for years, but in 2026, I mean, we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago. Then you
In
talk about,
2026,
you,
they say we done.
yeah, man, you love. Well, I've said I'm done with Mobe, but
What Moby, Jano?
I'm not really done. But like they open, I mean, it's like new beginnings maybe. That open the door for if somebody wants to partner with them in Mobe. It's like a franchise opportunity. But we did have this conversation a couple of weeks ago, where I might be biased or out of touch with it, but I think that the psyche of people has changed. Like I don't know if people are going to the movies like one time, and it made me wonder a lot about Palace.
Yep.
Made me wonder a whole lot about Palace. Yeah, down 15% for the year, but I'm more concerned with the business itself. Like, what does that mean overall for the business? I don't just mean the Mobe thing. Like, what does it mean just overall for the business? As TVs become bigger, higher res TVs become cheaper, internet becomes more prevalent, everything is online, media has changed. Like we say, Lab put out that movie. That movie in Q1, which I liked, and it was on YouTube. If you have a nice TV and you watch it on YouTube, I don't feel like I missed out on watching it in the theater.
And also, like where sound is, you don't even have to spend much to get amazing sound.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yo, that's a sharp thing you mentioned, Shae. Sound, people don't know the import of
The
sound.
sound is the sound sets still. In
Yeah.
fact, if you have good sound, you have the movie experience.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sound
exactly.
sound is a big deal to me. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can get I mean, you can budget, you can go like me, budget, and get a nice headset, right? And you
Yeah.
get good enough sound from the headset,
You
and
still get it.
you
Mhm.
still
But
get
even now, you
exactly.
get even at that budget, you can get speakers and put them in the right place and you that.
Exactly. That too.
Yeah, it makes me wonder a lot because, like, yo, why am I going to? If you love film, like, I love film. I've loved film for years. Piracy was normal for me because, I mean, I'm not going to be able to see the Criterion 100. I have the money if I don't know where it would come from. But over the years, things have changed. No, everything is so convenient that I didn't pirate. I pay for the subscription and I watch whatever is on it that I want to watch. Like we spoke about that 2 weeks ago. And if the screen is nice enough, I don't miss going to the theater. So I wonder, like, truly long term, like, what does that mean for Palace? What does it mean for Palace like 5 years from now? If I feel so, like the kid that is 10 now, when they're 15, will they want, like, is going to the movies with a girl on a date the
I
Yeah,
thing?
think.
even the conversation I had last week around was how we went to the movies as a experience. If that
Yeah,
isn't happening now, then you just lose the culture of it.
exactly. If
Who is
everybody's
going to
watching
get
stuff
them
on their
into
phone.
it?
The
Yeah.
culture is a business. It's what secures it for that long time. Like I said, if my mother don't really care to go to the movies again, then I'm not going to the movies like how she was. So when I'm older, then it's not the option that's going to be in my head to do. When a
Exactly.
movie come out, I'm finding it online because it's funny. My whole conversation last week was around, oh, me used to love a movie from my little youth, so I like it. I like doing it now. It's a nostalgia thing
Mhm.
versus do I really need to? Yeah, yeah,
You
and
know what? It's not even in movies anymore and shows and things like that.
mhm,
You would hear people say in movies and shows that they're going to the movies or
mhm. Oh
mention.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that anymore. I hear that anymore.
Let
That's
me tell you what's a
true.
big deal. The on-demand nature of things, because it's no longer just the option of I go to the movie and I'm watching what's there.
Mhm.
No, what's in the theater is competing with my ability to just go and watch something that come out a long time, and
Mhm.
I just want to watch it. I don't
And
have to go to the movies to watch a movie. I don't have to
But
have cable.
not even necessarily long time. It,
As I say, something
it's probably
I don't
new.
have to wait very long for it to have a digital release.
Hmm.
true.
In fact, it's a stagger that it's no longer, oh, it take a year to come out in the movies. It's give me 2 months and it's out.
Yo, you know what it actually
It's so
is?
long. It's so long.
It's
Some things bust online.
no, it's some directors and some actors like suing
Mhm,
or putting to them contract that yo, you have to put it in the theater
mhm.
because the studios are like, no, this
We
is
don't wanna. We
no,
don't wanna
yeah,
spend
this
the
is
money.
on streaming immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a streaming release, and that's going back to that point. That's actually a very important point because think about it. The movies, Palace provides Palace's infrastructure for the thing that we want, which is the content. Jump to Lab, who I don't know. This is what uh, 39th, 39th, no 21st biggest loser for the quarter, right? Down 11%. But think of what Lab is doing with their 5 in 5. 5 in 5, 5 bits media, there's 5 movies, series, whatever. They're actually launching a new one now. And again, YouTube. And the quality of the thing. Like just think about the fact that when you hear what their plans were, the plan was, at least maybe I never understood that to be the plan. Not that they're against the theaters or whatever, but the plan wasn't, oh, we're trying to do this, and maybe we'll talk to the family that run Palace and see if we can get it to have a premiere. No, what was the plan from the jump?
We're
Get
not
it onto
YouTube, bro.
streaming services.
Mhm.
Right, that's the plan from the jump. Get it onto streaming services. Get it. Everybody's like, oh, is it? Even the people, if you think about what people say when they ask about it, people go, "You think Netflix will buy it? You think whatever?" Nobody says, "You think Palace will show it?"
It's true.
Mhm.
No.
Right? And I remember, if you go back to, what was that movie that had there was a Jamaican comedian, the loud one guy. He's loud and he's
Which
on
one?
IG. Yeah, I know. He had locks in, cut them now.
Oh, Dave. Elliot? What's
Yeah,
Oh,
Elliot?
Dale. Dale.
Dale
Yeah,
Elliott.
Dale.
Dale
Dale.
Elliott. Yeah, yeah,
Dale.
really,
Yeah.
really funny guy, right? He was in a movie. You remember that movie that he was in?
Mhm.
And I
Hmm.
watched that movie at
I,
Carib.
I wanted to see now everybody knows from.
Yeah. What the line scene,
Oh no,
the
to the
the
gate.
border.
To the gate. If people know how to talk, they know what I'm talking about.
All right,
But through the gate.
all right. So, but that I think about that movie, and I saw it in the theaters, and it was a big deal for it to be in theaters. So you hope that it go all over the world in theaters, and of course you can go further back. You can go back to Harder They Come and Rockers and all that. And that's movie. Now we have a listed company making content, high quality content, extremely high quality content, and nowhere in the conversation, maybe from them, yes, but nowhere in the conversation really have I heard anybody from them, and also
The
from
more I see that carry. But no, you're
the
another.
people. Yeah, nobody say, "Yo, when it coming out of Carib, someone can see it's you watch it, it look good, yada yada yada, right? It's yeah, it's not, but no, it's something knew that I'm realizing it's a real shift, and I really wonder what does that mean for Palace. What does it really mean for Palace? Like that, like this is really the old
And what is
guard
the
dying.
plan?
Yeah, this is the old media guard dying. This is, you said
Mhm.
media guard dying.
The time change.
Times changes.
Exactly
Oh,
what I
another
thought
media guy
about.
dying. Oh boy, media is changing generally.
Right?
Yeah.
Just look at us now. Looking even better.
which is a good segue to the. I don't think it was actually a loser. Do I look like a loser
RJ?
to you? Yeah, RJR.
You're a loser, Jenny.
Like I can't even see it. Where is it?
In the red.
No. I remember that. No. Up
Oh,
13% for the quarter.
gotcha.
Yeah, up 13% for the
that.
quarter. I think the fifth
Very
biggest gainer
interesting.
on the
The
main
building money.
market. Huh?
The building money, them a bit.
Yes.
The thing is what it's for sale, bro.
The sixth largest gainer for the first quarter, up 13% point to point. RJR, also dead media, but they're not. I mean, media in transition. I don't think that they're dead, but I do consider, although it's not RJR, I do consider the fact that like maybe the biggest normal local media event for the quarter, at least one that stands out for me, was the whole Leachin interview on CVM, and I saw that on my phone. Right, I watched it on my phone. I didn't watch it on TV. So RJR is the same thing. I don't know anybody. You guys, when last one of you guys read a newspaper? I don't even read an article.
Boy.
I read a newspaper.
Boy. Yo, years, you know.
I
And I-
mean, I bought one the other day, not for
Oh,
reading,
Glean
but
is
I
still
did
there,
buy it
Really? Why did you buy it?
Bro?
to use for what was I was using it for.
Let me tell you, newspaper coming in my house,
Sometimes
bro.
you need newspaper.
My mother brings some newspaper from stacks if you want to use for any little thing.
Of course.
Exactly.
Like if
bleach,
something
So you
spill,
sometimes you need
yeah.
some
Yeah,
newspaper.
man.
Yeah.
What was I
yeah.
doing?
But you have to
I
think
don't
about that.
remember.
What are we going
But
to
I
use to
needed
soak up?
one.
Yeah, what are you going to use to soak up the water after them stop print cleaner?
Yeah. that's the next new business. Think about it.
Yep.
Okay. Prepare yourself. If any, don't send around the thing there. I'll check later down.
AMG.
AMG. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean,
Maybe
yeah,
this time,
they
work out.
figure out the tissue business.
No, they're gonna start and left it before the newspaper thing mash up.
Yeah. So RJR completely in transition.
But up, so okay.
Faith, I was a bit when you go on the road and the monkey. You ever come and read it and then the newspaper just drop. So people on the road give it selling it.
That's when I
remember
remember
that
every day
newspaper.
for years. Yeah.
I used to buy. That's like Gleaner every Sunday. Gleaner man used to come around. As a man's whole hustle, bro. Used to come around. Yo, the Gleaner man and the broom man are similarly extinct.
I saw the newspaper
Gleaner
man
and
the
broom
other
is
day.
gone, bro.
He does it. He still does it.
There's
Up
no broom.
where I'm from. Yeah.
What that?
Son.
As in do
Rasta man?
No, the newspaper
no,
man.
Oh, newspaper man. Think I say you see brooming. Cause them things
Oh
still go on.
no. No.
No Rasta, I don't know broom
No.
like one time, bro. That done with. But I'd buy a broom from a Ras if a Ras was making it. I don't know if I'd buy a Gleaner. And I pay for the Gleaner. I pay for the Gleaner online. I don't know how many people that I encourage.
Bro, I stopped when I tried to pay for the Gleaner. I took the money the one time and I never rework again.
Yeah,
So I was like, okay,
it needs work.
There was something going on with that, and I said, no, never mind, I'm all right.
Yeah, but you see that they've changed their whole Gleaner. They've changed their whole.
The paper
website
is
thing.
different, by the way.
What do you mean?
I wonder if it's less expensive. Probably. I don't know, but it's different.
What you said different? Oh, you mean it's different from what you see online?
The texture of the paper.
The paper itself is different.
The paper
It's
itself.
uptown paper now. You know, really.
I don't know.
No, you know what I think that is? I believe it's that they good point on this. So there's nothing is ever truly bad, and illicit companies are very hard thing to kill. So in this crisis, there's opportunity. They married their printing facilities with Observer, who's also print media, so going through the same thing. And so that there's a hope that I'm hoping, they haven't said that, but I'm hoping that company will list. And the company in question is a company that prints. So the same company prints Observer and Gleaner. And I think that's why the paper has changed, because they're no longer doing what they did at North Street. And as Danhai was joking about earlier, North Street is also for sale now, right? Yeah,
it's go online, bro. Fully online.
Yeah, cut the cost completely. A lot of people going home. A lot of people. But funny thing coming out of it is, I think it's good. Media is kind of changing.
Yeah, so I don't think that's that. It just changes.
Exactly.
It looks different. Production looks different now. And that's opportunity for a good amount of people. How much studio come up over the last couple of years and everything. Things happening. Things will change.
Loads. Yeah, I mean, we do this. It's not really occurred to me to go to RJR and ask if they'd love to have us on as I could. But also sometimes people curse on here. Or sometimes we curse or stuff happen. I'm not thinking it is what it is. People watch on them phone, listen to them phone. I'm also listening to them own time. People, if you want to be on live, you want to send a speaking request, you can do it now. If you want to do it 2 weeks from now, that's cool too. Media, there's no real death, but RJR could die. So let's see what comes out of it. There's opportunity in it. I really hope that they spin off that company.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and I think it'd be good for their books. I think their books need it. It's even just to bolster the strong balance sheet. That was my low point, which became an interesting point for the quarter.
I find that low points almost always, which honestly is a part of why I don't have low points in a way. There's something I've actually been doing. I mean, I say, boy, what wrong you doing? That I get up and fully have a bad view of them. But the bad can be good. If you're in a way where, boy, I'm doubting that, then that's when I have a problem. Because X would find something again. How long them boring, bro?
Many of them find something or them being found.
But something is happening.
Yeah. Pressure make diamonds.
It's been a while where I say, oh, I'm looking at X1 with a good light in any way, shape or form.
Yeah. Yo, you know what's funny? So sometimes I think about how to say it. I hate that I have to think about that, but whatever. Sometimes there are some stocks I use whenever we're working. There's some stocks I use for certain things, right? Use Trans Jamaica will always have a lot of volume. It'll always have things. If you want to know if something is working, use Trans Jamaica, right? And if I want to know if something is working, but I need it to have not been very popular, I use X Fund. So if I want to know if the image is working properly, use X1 because it's unlike that anybody has loaded it for the day. Yeah, things like that. Yeah, so it's my opposite Trans Jamaica. It's my boring Trans Jamaica. Which is funny because go through Shae.
I was just saying,
no, it's rough, but hey, that is where the gain is found in the things that people don't pay attention to until suddenly everybody and them cousin know about it, right? PTL. I liked it last year. I still like it now. I think that might surprise later this year also. What do you guys think? It's the 11th biggest loser for the quarter, down 15.8% to $1.06. But I don't know, the numbers of PTL, the company itself is, in my view, strong, going through its strongest time ever. Going through its strongest time ever. So far this year, year-to-date profits, 3 quarters worth of profits are $355 0.6% higher than the whole last year's profits. And the funny thing is, revenue is lower, and they still have a quarter of revenue to go. So that's a very, very interesting one. I do expect some nice things. To me, heavily undervalued. Not heavy. Well, PE of 9 times, 9.3 times. What did that's yeah. For those of us who pay attention to PE, that's good. Like I think that has some
Nice
potential.
PE.
Yeah. I see Marva Campbell on Twitter on YouTube said that a large amount of LASEM, and he's just following on Teacher Striker's point. A large amount of LASEM was bought today up to $7. Marva, I suspect you'll see more of those things happening. Yeah, I suspect you'll see a lot of those things happening as we go on. So there's 7.8 million that moved at $7 flat today, right at the end of the day. What's interesting to me is that it wasn't a block trade. Apple is not a broker, right? No. So they don't. Hey, Marv, I'm sure there'll be a lot more of those things happening in future. Or I feel like there'll be a whole heap more of those things happening in future. Who knows? Anyway, yeah. So good, bad, or ugly. Most interesting stock, Shae, you were saying before you went off, or Shae or Danhai? Or least interesting?
All right, least interesting. Who boring? Quite a few, But least interesting doesn't make a headline. Like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say about Berger?
Yeah, I feel like Berger.
After the buyout, Berger and the one, they're not the same person anymore. Who are you?
I feel like they're serving a role of supporting their wider group, or being made to support their wider group. That's my view. Like I think Berger.
So me see too. And fit the niche them to follow it. Do the work you're assigned.
Yeah, I feel like again. I mean, I don't know. What do I know? But I have a feeling that like Berger, like if somebody were to buy it wholesale tomorrow, I feel like it could be. Value. I feel like there could be a lot of value found there. I feel like there could be a lot of value found there. Just a hunch. I mean, revenue is still pretty strong, right?
Expenses.
and the expenses are keeping pace. The expenses are keeping pace with it up to last year. I remember coming out of COVID. Well, I remember coming out of not COVID, Melissa, and the initial thing was, oh, it should be a boon for them, right? And then almost like a week later or a couple of days later, there's like, no, listen, it sounds that way, but it's not. You actually have higher costs or blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But here's what I'll say, looking at just the surface of it, right? If I tell you that, art manufacturing is making a lot more money now because of Melissa, I don't think anybody would be surprised, right? I don't think anybody would be surprised if you hear that art manufacturing, them sell zinc, nail, right? Atlantic Hardware making a lot more money now post Melissa. Nobody's surprised. Of course, they're hardware. Them selling zinc, nail, cement, paint, them selling construction stuff. Carib Cement, every analyst and them cousins said, oh, we expect gains in the construction sector coming out of Melissa. It's like all of them got the line sent to them. Coming out of Melissa, they didn't want to say, I would assume they didn't want to say CHL, So they say, or Atlantic. So them say Carib Cement. Nobody's surprised, right? Why? Because it's construction supplies. Who in Jamaica puts up a wall and doesn't paint it?
No, the culture moved past the painting, bro.
Right. But everything's still painted.
Wait.
So
the vampire is not the same boat, bro. Shit times have changed.
Right.
Concrete. The bullshit concrete.
No, yeah, I like it. Yeah, you pour your concrete, yeah, but you still have to paint some things. The paint still sell. Yeah, man. In fact, lumber sell more because of Melissa, strong, and the numbers look better. Cement obviously sell more because of Melissa. Numbers look better. And nails and zinc and that stuff sell more. Numbers look better. Paint sell more, but the numbers are worse. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So and again, the numbers are there in front of us, so don't mean on. Yes, the revenue is a little lower, but I think it's well managed. That's what I think. I was very happy. I saw they had the new launch. I know their CEO. I don't think it's still a new CEO. It's just the CEO I think doing a good job managing it. But I think that it's supporting the larger group that it's in. Maybe to the detriment of anybody who was hoping to see some wonderful numbers here. Mm-hmm. But 3.49 billion in revenue last year. Just in top line, bottom line, and that was 105.6 million in profit. 3.3 billion in revenue the next year, 9 million in profit. Hey, I don't own any burger. But Danhai, why did you mention it? It was a random pick?
Yeah, because you said least interesting. I say least interesting doesn't make headlines. Least interesting is typically cause it to not talk about it, not find,
Yeah. Well, I'll throw it out to anybody who wants to send a speaking request. I don't want us to stay all night. I know Danhai.
Where's Omni?
Not really.
How is that doing? Because remember they had some really good numbers.
What if I told you, Shae, Omni was also my look at as not necessarily so interesting.
Hey, what's it doing? Is it doing
flat.
nothing? It's doing nothing,
Most
isn't it?
Most of the same. That's it. Not necessarily interesting. What's the thing about Omni that happened this quarter that,
Didn't they reported strong numbers?
Yeah, the report was very good.
Post Melissa.
Well. Mm-hmm.
Best year ever. Wow. Yeah. Most profitable year ever. 169 million in profit. The delayed audited. Yeah. Delayed audited. Who knows if the 169 will survive? Will survive the audit? Wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Also, I was wondering how the tax stocks then. They're fine, aren't they? Well,
the tax.
I think
we said the top stocks.
Career tax.
The tax stocks. Oh, that's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, what would be the tax stocks? Carreras,
Wisinko. Probably Lasco too, no.
And Seprad.
Yeah, because them have iCool. What else?
Well, it makes sense, right? You consolidate when you're under pressure.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. But how were they doing? You know how they're doing. Wisinko not going anywhere. I didn't mean a bad way, but
it's not going anywhere.
Well, the careers will move.
And we did talk about it.
That's for the
But
yeah, Carreras did have we know how good last year was for Carreras. And for the first quarter of the year, I mean, Carreras was one of the I don't know if it was one of the top stocks, but it certainly was. It grew.
It was gain, man, because it started the year at about $17 or something, 18 maybe.
Yeah, and ended. Yeah, it started the year. Yeah, around that 18 something. It was up for the quarter 11.7.
Yeah, but it went as high as I think 24.
Correct.
24. Yeah.
It did go to 24. Boy, you know it, ain't she? How you do the swings again this quarter?
Yeah, I did.
Sound so.
Yeah, I did some.
Yeah.
Mostly earlier though. For the second half of the quarter,
Mhm.
I was out doing other stuff. But now the first half we had fun. It was good times.
From its highest point, like almost in the exact middle of the quarter, February 10th, it was up 26%. Um, and so it ended the quarter up 11%,
Not
11.7%.
bad.
Not bad
Still
at
not
all.
bad.
Yeah, and that it can be a very profitable thing for any savvy holders. Kind of like the stuff
Mm-hmm.
that teacher Striker was saying earlier, you know.
Mhm.
If your dollar cost average careers and making a little play during February, you know, when you see a certain level of money in it, there's a good little double. Look at that, double high. If you
Mm-hmm.
see the 20 order and sell, came back down to 20, you buy anywhere in the days. What is this? Weeks? Maybe the last
Think it
half
touched
of.
19 a couple times as well.
hmm And then go right back up to 22. It's another 10% and drop down to 20 where it is now. Yeah, you can eat two or
Fun
three
times.
times off something. Yeah, wow. What I like,
Really.
just bringing Jud's point back, what I liked was the acknowledgement that, the things are changing in the market for the retail, the hungry retail. So how you approach and get the gains has to change also if you still want to
Mm-hmm.
get those gains. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Still want to get those gains, that's just how it works. As anybody who want to jump on, this is your chance. We're not gonna go all night, so this is your chance to send a speaking request, and we can talk about whatever stock or security. You don't
Randy,
have to be a
what's your
stock.
woodcut's price? What's your woodcut's what's your price?
Yeah, I like Jitsa's number. She said she's waiting for it to go to 70.
Right? That
Yeah,
one,
that's
yeah,
ice
money.
cold, boy.
I think it can go down there.
70. I don't know if it's going to go 70.
I don't know if it's going to go all the way down at 70, but I was looking at it and say it needs to come out
70s.
of the 80s.
You
Just
think it?
just just calm down. I believe you can do it.
Me, you want
I was
to, but
talking to it, even today, and say, I believe in you. Yesterday, I believe in you. I believe you can do it.
I don't know.
I
I don't
believe
think
you
it.
can give me like 77-ish. Can we do that? Let's do even
yeah, you
75.
think we will defend it?
But we'll see.
I don't think she heard it, Danhai. You heard what Danhai
You don't
asked
think you'll
just
be well
now?
defended?
Oh, but defend what?
You don't think it will be well defended from doing that?
Uh, no, I don't believe in other people. I don't believe in them.
I believe I, I
uh,
believe I believe in fear.
yeah.
I believe in fear too, but I in fear will hit. I don't know. I feel like are you maybe 70s? I
It
don't
might,
think
but
it
70
could
is 70. I do a
7.
I
different
think
thing.
it's going to do 70s. I think so. I've been saying that and saying, I believe in you. Just calm down a little.
Come
See the
down.
bad times rolling.
Yeah, keep down.
Come down.
That's all like the brick cutter himself. Yeah, 6 million to put it down to 70 to make it touch 70 flat. I don't know. It could. I feel like the defense will kick in the 70s though. And I
Yeah,
also
man,
do
definitely. So you would have to be like sharp as hell or quick as hell or just waiting in the queue.
I'm buying some. I'm gonna buy some now. I'll buy some at this price. I'll buy some at a little lower.
I looked at the 81, and I was like,
Yeah.
think it can come down somewhere.
I looked at
I want to see 17.
85.
I want to see 17. That's all I want to see.
Well,
Touch 37 for me.
well, you might get it. You just might get it. You
So
just might get it.
And they said Jude's a high school for say 70 cents. But what do you think about Gary Peart?
What did
Mr.
Gary Peart also say?
Gary
70
throw
cents?
shade. Him never specify woodcats. Him just say we don't like to bring we don't bring IPOs that fall well below the IPO price
Ooh,
soon after listing.
ooh.
No, that is high school.
I mean, if anybody can say it, him can say it. Very
That's
few
right.
can actually say it, and
Very few.
it carry any weight. He can.
Anyway, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Him,
Wow.
walk, that team walk the talk. So
Yeah. Yo, in fact, as you said, what the talk. I mean, I was thinking about that last week. We didn't have the episode last week. I was doing some work and I was thinking, although Danhai and Danhai and I have spoken about this, I know, on here before, that there are very few what it takes for how people think an IPO work, the dream IPO idea that people have. List at $1, it got $2. Me nah sell it got $3. Me nah say it got
$3,
$3.50.
$4.
Yeah, and it up then it nice. That dream scenario, people have that in mind because of what the junior market junior market listings have done in the past. And the truth is, it's just Mayberry did that.
yeah, exactly.
No, I don't see any other host that has done what it takes for that to happen. And no, I don't think any other host knows, or if they know, I don't think they have any desire to.
Desire. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they know or they have any desire to.
Mayberry. And everybody that did some version of it never read that bit.
Yeah. At the time, you ride off the hype. So if those listings are happening in that way, and then you do a listing, but you're not them, and you get the same buzz. And there's certain other factors, but there's just one or two key factors that I've only seen them being Mayberry have any interest in doing or doing. So yeah, you can say that we don't do listings. I know the thing you said, Phil, and say we don't do any. I want to get almost exactly perfect himself. We don't do IPOs that fall below the IPO price so quickly after listing.
Right.
But you're right, he didn't mention any specific IPO. But we are talking about Woodcats
And he said
only.
fingers crossed.
He said what?
He said fingers crossed to go on like same humble, but yeah, we know yeah, sure.
Fingers crossed to click. Like him using mouse weird. Yeah, but Woodcats is the only IPO of the quarter. Well, no, not true. Technically, technically, not true. We had the bonds, but unless your money set up the right way, you can't touch them. And we did have the dollar bonds, which are listed now. And that listed during the quarter. We say, have they traded?
Since listing? Yeah.
I don't. I haven't even checked, but they did list in the quarter. But this is the only equity listing, equity IPO for the quarter, Woodcats. And it ended the quarter. It ended the quarter below IPO price. So it is what it is. This is the new market, and yet, as you hear, the hungry among us is very hungry, excited. 70 heartless. My God.
Heartless.
Yeah, I
think interesting though. The last equity IPO maybe that was Eddie Focal, not true.
Yeah, that is true.
Them said them are come with one in 3 months. We'll see.
They said that.
Yeah, on the same forum.
Word.
They say expect one in about 3 months.
It's been a long time since they've done one. What do you think it is?
Oh, damn.
What you say? What I think it is?
Yeah. Or I should say, which section of SVL you think it is?
I can tell you which one I wish it was.
Yeah,
Or I
which
hope
one
it
do you
to
wish it
be.
was?
Okay, Manas.
Myself, I'm
Jano.
hoping that what
That
it
would
could
be.
be.
Years.
But it could really be anything.
Yeah, it could be something separate aligned. No,
Yeah. Or even
or maybe not.
one of the big things. Energy. What name?
Mm. Intra Energy. Well, Jamaica Energy Partners, JEP.
Jamaica Energy Partners, right? That's the one that they're
Mm.
aligned with, right? Maybe.
Mm. Mm.
Oil is pretty topical, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Energy is pretty topical.
you said that's one that they're aligned with. Are there any others?
Um, I mean, there must some Venezuelan alignment, but I don't think that would have anything to do with the IPO.
It did, didn't it?
Well, with a JSE IPO, but yes,
True,
that
true,
is
yeah.
that is expected to line up for an IPO on the US Nasdaq sometime later this year. One of their private investments.
Yeah. And it
And when I
is
say private,
listed
it is listed on the Stockholm Nasdaq.
Stockholm. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is effectively. I mean, it's a very quiet, at least as far as the local market is concerned. It's a quiet exit that they've had. I don't know if they've sold, but it is termed an exit. They made an investment in a private entity,
Hmm.
and that entity has now sold Kio, and that entity has now been
Listed.
sold to a listed entity.
And yeah, it's an exit event, I believe so. Yeah. Even if
It's
you
an
might
exit event.
still be in somewhere, but it's an exit event. At least I think it's an exit event.
Yeah, and now they're shareholders in that listed entity, that Stockholm listed entity, which has expressed an intention, a clear path to
Hmm.
becoming listed on the US Nasdaq later
Hmm.
this year.
That seems to be a popular thing for companies linked to the
Not
Jamaican
before
market, man.
Tyrone.
Wonder who first I gotta do it. Yeah.
You want to do rate the
It's
dog, you
from
know. Want to do rate that's you know, want to
it's
do
from
rate.
when NCB said them I gotta do that.
NCB said they
12.
were considering it, but the NCB never. I mean, NCB as far as I'm aware, NCB made steps to actually do it,
Yes. Yes.
and
Definitely.
I believe it went as far as I think it stopped because they were just simply not. They weren't happy with the valuation that they were getting at the
Right.
time.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
they weren't happy with the valuation they were getting at the time.
GK has long promised it,
Oh,
Well,
GK.
and
but
is
GK has been
making,
very clear about it,
yeah,
and
and timelines behind it, and which they're still within.
yeah, though GK's leadership has evolved, so
Yeah.
let's
So
see
we'll
how that
see if
looks.
the intent remains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, believe the dog. I can tell you, I have no reason to disbelieve in Tyrone, but we'll see. This one is and I mean, as we know, it's not the listed entity that them have intention to do something on the New York Exchange with, but don't, I don't know much about it. That don't have anything to do with me. That's a private entity. So.
Exactly. And if you look at the shape of the thing, I think it's just so much. So much. So
Don't
much
be negative,
is.
bro.
Yeah. You're right. Let me not be negative. I don't even bother explain what I think. To me, it's not unclear. To me, it looks very, very clear. To me, it looked like an
Yeah.
attempt at a poison pill, and I think VM not stupid, and I think the law might actually support. You know, I watch it. I keep watching the show. It's entertaining every
Mm.
quarter. It's
It's very
entertaining every
interesting to
quarter.
see,
Yeah.
and it certainly adds to the depth of the market. I actually appreciate that about it, about the moves.
Yeah. I like that about the moves too, but I think how it's painted now
Is not
is
the best.
is not best.
Yes.
It's not the best. It's pretty negative, and it's bad in that it's bad for anybody who tries to come afterwards. And I mean, we've spoken about it before. You know, Kintyre does things, and Kintyre does things, and our company and Tropical does the same thing, and they're looked at in two completely different ways. But if John Doe tries to do the same thing, it might be looked on as like, oh, that Tyrone thing, when the thing itself is not
Yeah.
necessarily
It's not
bad,
it's
right?
not an issue, right?
Yeah. If you should examine it on the tenets of the thing itself, which is something that we don't do. We color it by people, but also in this case, being honest though, a lot of the things itself that you see with Kintyre don't make sense. A lot of it is just headlines. It's just for in my view, it's just for the headlines.
Yeah.
And the real honest conversation isn't had on it. But yeah, whatever. Honest, is that your standout hope for the quarter, or your pain point for the quarter?
Which one?
Kintyre,
For the quarter gone, for the first quarter.
yes.
Um, not not really. I think I don't think there's been a lot of headlines, but I don't think that there has been a lot of concrete things happening. I mean, the share price collapse,
Mhm.
which is that's what concerns me.
But I mean, were you surprised?
No,
Yeah.
no, not in the absence of a concrete move that the market would appreciate. That to buy up the stock, you know. So no, no, I wouldn't refer to that one. I mean, I like the rapid fire that boy I couldn't keep up with Jude. The rapid fire,
Yeah, Jude's about 7 or 8 things, bro.
man,
Like
and
she dropped
connect
the 70 cents
things and
for Woodcat. Yeah. What do you think about her separate last the random? Because she also randomly mentioned
random
executives or whatever. I know that's not random. 'Cause how many people
executive
put
movement
together that the guy left the Lasco and went to Ace Bread?
and went to AS bread exactly. That's a I look forward to that one because, as we know, the Lasco. Look forward to seeing what the moves happen. I mean, today's big trade of last time shares, and there've been a few of those over the last few months, I would say. But today was striking. It was at $7, 8 million shares,
Mm-hmm.
and you will know that PB and PB's group and Mayberry's group have a history of deals together, and the last D and last them are Mayberry companies. Mayberry has historically been their broker, and
Mm-hmm.
MJE still has a large stake in both companies. So it wouldn't be strange to see, putting dots together. It wouldn't be strange to see a deal brokered within that ecosystem once again. They did the CPJ deal. All a part of could all be a part of the same, not necessarily the same move, but certainly it's connected.
Yeah, I feel like that deal was brokered than over a year ago. We spoke about it over a year ago.
Hmm.
Um, and
And
these
maybe a
things take
guy
time.
spoke about
right
various
outcome.
iterations of the CPJ deal. I mean, they said that it was discussed. They said it publicly that they discussed Lasco's buying CPJ. That was a consideration. Whether or not that's actually true, it just speaks to the fact that the entire that the deal possibly encompasses all of those various players. So we shouldn't be surprised to see if AS Biden acquires Last D or Last M or both, if they combine and they end up being a part of that PB Scott group.
You say
Nothing's gonna happen, but it might.
sorry, you said they spoke publicly about what, Last M buying CPJ or the other way around back in the day?
Last M buying CPJ. Yeah.
Okay.
I think this before last election passed. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yeah, they said that on one of the Mayberry forums.
Okay. And look how that worked out in the end. CPJ ended up with within the separate ecosystem.
Within the separate ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
Or is it the Epley ecosystem? Or is it the PB ecosystem?
Arose by any other name. Same WhatsApp group.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. What do you think about this K-Manas fight now? This K-Manas spin-off Dream. You slightly hinted at.
Boy, I figure K-Man is one or two things are benefit. Either, again, these guys have said it. K-Man has been bleeding. They took it over as a unprofitable venture and have had their difficulties with the numbers and so forth. They wanted to maintain it. But the man them said them either become profitable or them have to go sell it. So I figure it either going to become profitable or them going to sell it. No, either of which is good for SVL good for SVL shareholder. But I think, and worse if they do both. I mean, they could turn it around, get it profitable, and at that point you can sell it for a premium. And when I say selling it could include, listing it, sell it to the public.
Same sell.
Same selling it. You don't have to be PB Scott buying it. So that would be, and SVL has been under pressure last couple of years. I think the numbers have been, not necessarily numbers, but the numbers tell a story that, they have some cash needs and so forth. So it wouldn't be surprising to see a move like that. They're a part of this whole Kia thing. They'll probably get some money from that too.
You're hoping.
I am hoping.
Yeah.
But a Cayman spin-off would be good to see, and again, not something that would be surprising. I don't think I've ever heard the Mayberry guys speak about that.
About what? A Cayman spin-off?
Possibility. Yeah. Have they ever been asked that publicly? Not that I know of.
I think they've spoken about it in the past. You go back far enough, late 2019, right before COVID hit. They actually spoke about it. They used to publish the Caymanas numbers as a standalone.
Yes.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. I believe they've spoken about it a few times years ago, and then not since. And if you
They
look
were
at it
asked to start publishing them again, actually. At one of the,
separately,
I think the last AGM, they were asked, and Chairman Peart said he would certainly consider it. We'll see. I think that was last year AGM, the last AGM that they held, which would have been for year 2024.
mm,
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that when they did that back in 2019, 2020,
mhm,
that certainly would probably have been a sign that of an intention to list.
mm.
Mm.
Well,
They have been putting in the work to turn the track around to make the track profitable. I don't know if they've, and there was one year they achieved it. I think it might have been 2023
when they
or
achieved profitability at
2022
Caymanas itself,
at Caymanas itself.
was it profitability or was it operational
Or
profitability
operational
or
profitability.
cash
It's
flow
probably
positive
operational.
or something like that?
I think it was operational profitability.
Yeah, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm hoping. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I'm hoping. You're just throwing words after about how the people who are buying SVL at 30 and 32 and 33.
Yeah, me that.
Yeah. What's funny is we've said here over up the last year and earlier this year that your SVL, no matter where you buy it, it'll go low. So,
Uh,
it, and so said, so done.
yeah,
17,
14,
16,
13.
14 and 13 now. Wow.
Yeah, I haven't seen those numbers in a long time.
Years.
Long time. Certainly helping my
Like
average
5 years.
down, right? My
Wow.
helping my average down efforts. Let's say 5 years. You go back to 2020. Yeah, 1390. November.
Yeah, that's
the-
2020.
Yeah,
COVID.
1390 was September 21, 2020. 6 years.
Mhm.
6 years.
COVID
Wow.
COVID prices. Someone get
Mm-hmm.
well. I was man sharp like Judza, so 1350 was my lowest.
Oh, you never,
Someone
you
get
couldn't
it.
catch a 13 itself.
No,
Takes a
sir.
lot of money to average down, a lot of belief.
Believe.
You have to catch the right kind of timing.
Yeah.
But they said time in the market is better than time in the market. So whether or
Is
not you
it?
believe that is another matter.
Why
I think
not
we've
both?
done an episode, I think.
Yeah,
Why not both?
Or you and
Yeah.
Danhai at some
yeah,
point.
yeah, we have, and you have also spoken on it quite a few times. Yeah,
Unofficially.
yeah. So it's not it's not. Yeah, it is what it is. Um, it is what it is. But SVL is still. I don't know if I bogarted you or pushed you into the SVL point, Phil. And if you had
No,
another
actually,
point,
that's what I wanted to talk about.
okay.
That's
All
actually
right.
what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right. Well, I mean, for your sake and my sake, I hope it is. I feel like it is, but feelings don't set the share price. So, but I
Definitely
feel
not.
like it is time for something to spin off. I always say that, but hey, we act like it's almost forgotten that in the Q1 period was also the period for tying the dollar with the whole dollar selling and the
Yes,
material.
yes. Actually,
Yeah,
how could I forget?
yeah. And
Yeah,
dollar bonds listing, which according to the notice that I saw on JSC, um, they listed on the 31st of March.
look at that.
Yeah. So yeah, both of the dollar bonds are now listed, 11% and the 12% listed. They listed on the last day of the quarter. That's what has been said.
Yeah, yeah. And so the sale of of the evolved loan book to dollar. They're awaiting regulatory approval. It's the last thing we heard. It's been agreed and they're awaiting regulatory approval.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to hearing more details on that.
Same.
What you think themselves for?
I don't know, but there's, how much is the dollar bonds? I had work. There's a way you can do a little bit of work, but I think also if you dig into the SVL books, I don't think it's hidden. I think it should be there. Yeah, I don't know, 1-2 billion,
Somewhere there.
1 or 2 billion cash,
The interest.
mix of equity and debt.
Interest. Yeah.
Or I've also considered this if they're gonna spin off the whole financial side of things. So that could be an IPO also. For various reasons, maybe you could consider doing that.
Or the financial side of SVL.
Mm-hmm.
Fintech, SVL, fintech and them things.
Yeah. Spin it all off into its own entity. Might be a good time to do it also. Put all of the financial assets under it. If you're planning to exit SVL investment, or if you're careless about it now, it may be a good thing to spin off. You could put the entire network under it too. You could save that one for the group. But yeah, there could be value in that. Who knows? I just think about that 3-month thing that you said, and also the 3-month thing could be nothing, or it could be something else. But
yeah, it could be something completely different.
Yeah, or it could also just be nothing.
Edge came or something like.
Edge came would be nice.
Unrelated. Yeah. It would be.
Weren't they mentally some time back?
Yeah.
They also maybe at any given time can list like 2 or 3 things easily. Any given time.
I'm sure.
I think that's something in the health sector they could list also if they wished. Yeah, who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly who knows. You're right, Shae. All right, I won't let this go too long. Phil, thank you very much. Unless you had some other points, some big plays, are you looking forward to anything? Anybody who wants to send a speaking request knows your last chance to do it. So if you wanted us to talk about something, or you want to hear about something, or you want to hear some thoughts on something, or you want to put something to us, this is your chance. Send a speaking request and we can look into it or sort it out.
No, you guys mentioned the Lab movie. Shameless plug. Everybody go watch the Lab movie. Support Jamaican and my portfolio company.
Yeah.
But Jamaican filmmaking, I think that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like the quality of that thing is really good.
Bro, keep reminding me, it's
shocking.
Every time I look at it, I'm like, this is how I want, like, I'm happy to see Jamaica looking like that.
Yes.
Like just the look of the country, just the look of the country. For the people watching, this, I'll if I can, I'll share. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can, but I'll try to. Just the look of it is muted, but just look at it. Like that's what you want to see.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the high quality view, beautifully shot.
Like a foreign it make, don't it?
Man.
Look on the lighting. Look on the lighting. Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Perfection.
Like it and like people should look like this from a long time. After them more than we, right? Yeah.
I like that you said how the place looks, because when you see Jamaica on a lot of
the third world filter, no?
fields or whatever, I'm just like, where even is that? What is that? So
yeah, man.
exactly.
Yeah, man.
I think so familiar. How is she?
Yeah, exactly right. That's also it. Regular people. That's another thing too. But get into like racial stuff. But like this is normal Jamaican people. Look how normal Jamaican people look good on film.
Right.
Let me tell you something.
Right.
I've seen normal Americans. I'll leave it there.
They don't look the same on
I'll
film.
leave it
Do
there.
be facts.
No knock to Americans. No knock to anybody at all. But Caribbean people, Jamaican people.
I walked
We were
around
made for this.
in the US.
Yeah.
We were made for stardom.
Yeah, like this is like the people that you walk around in other countries. I can't speak to other countries. I speak to like America and a couple other places. And the people that you walk around and you see those, you walk around in a Walmart in America, you're not seeing people that are on TV level. But look on the lab film. Those people are regular Jamaican people. But look how we look. Yeah, we're beautiful, and we deserve the kind of thing that will show it like this. And our diaspora is large also. So Jamaicans everywhere want to see that. Caribbean people everywhere want to see that, and there's more to come, I'm sure. Phil, I'm happy that you mentioned our company is on their work.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it. You're not balling about the share price. It's down to 90 cents, or 80 cents.
I wish I had more money to buy more, but buying what I can. Don't at these levels. Think you can go lower?
Chilling
Like I said,
is a little boring stock, so that's good.
you might, think somebody will hold it down.
Maybe. If I think somebody is, yes, it look that way.
You think so?
Maybe for accumulation purposes. I don't know.
But I mean, look at it. It looks like it's been held down for a while. If you believe in that sort of thing, almost predictable. In the market, predictability can be very lucrative. So, yeah, down to these levels years after IPO, but nonetheless still below IPO prices. So, people like me should be crying. Damn. And this could be 70. This guy haven't got 70 flat. Nobody not buying it at 70.
It's true.
Rough. Well, I pray that it ends the year higher.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But either way, the work, I mean, the company's not the share price, and the company's work is still stellar.
Definitely working.
Yeah, still stellar. Yeah. I look forward to seeing a new series to Jenna in Law.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick up. All right. Phil, thank you very, very
Randy.
much. Yes, Shae. Go through.
I was wondering, well, we can get into that next week. What you're looking for the next, for this quarter. But we can get into that next week.
We can. Well, I don't know if I said that time we won't remember, but we can leave it one. And each say one thing. What was one thing you're looking for the quarter to come?
Me?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Oh.
What do you need?
I think carriers might have some early jugglings in the quarter. Signals people say them will buy this year, so that should be interesting.
I mean, they said that they're buying.
Yeah.
When them say that in a
AGM, I think.
AGM. Okay. I mean,
Or
Q2 is always
some meeting or other. I remember him saying it. I think it was the AGM.
or earnings call.
Think.
Okay.
No, I think it was the AGM, man. But whatever. That dude who I love how he talks, he said it.
Oh yeah, man, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I still like. I mean, those guys are the quintessential financial company.
So that's going to.
Yeah, I do like what they do.
Be busy.
Well, yeah, it's not like a within the quarter flippy looking, which for Cygnus, yeah, it's an easy thing, easy plan.
What else?
Don't say easy.
Why not?
Easy for Randy. You've heard what the Signals conversation sounds like when he comes back to you. So
that's true. That is true. To me, it looks clear. Like it Signals must happen. But she it's not like she's working her way to her ultimate one.
No, I
No,
don't know. Maybe. Oh, well, I'm very interested to see what SPL does this quarter. Yeah, after $13.
I
Yeah,
think they'll be higher
it'll
than
be interesting.
$13. I think they'll
Hmm?
be higher than $13 at the end of the quarter. I think they could even go all the way
Right?
back up to 17 or 18, maybe even 20.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe even 20.
So let's see
Good.
what SPL does.
Good, but it doesn't have to.
Exactly.
It could,
There's also
but it
that.
doesn't have to.
Exactly. It's the driver of the
Now,
vehicle that
if it
determine
got
that.
12 or so, 10,
The lower the problem
it
is,
will.
the lower it goes in the quarter is the less. Hey, listen.
Exactly.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no micro market time, bro.
Do
Oh,
you
yeah, that's.
you
Oh,
think
no,
anybody
that's
cares?
July.
No,
Me?
no.
Isn't it July?
Me?
Well, maybe
Yes, I'm
maybe
looking forward to it. That's what I'm looking forward.
Not July, them did say.
I
But
don't
okay.
know if they said within
What's
Q2,
the
didn't
time they gave? The time they gave was with first quarter, was before in a second quarter, was it? Something like that.
they? I think they said within Q2, didn't they?
Okay.
Yeah, within Q2. Yeah,
No.
before
Where you
in a
get the
second
July
quarter.
thing from? Because they may
I
have
don't know. I
revised
have
it.
no idea why
No,
July is in my.
July. All right, so why I think because I was saying because my joke was the thing there that they're making it ready before my birthday.
Mm,
That's how we're in a second quarter.
mm.
That's how I
I,
remember it as.
I I remember too, but I think also that again I'm being cynical here, but I
Yeah,
feel
I'm
like
used to it, but I don't know.
no man, I feel like that the conversation, a lot of the talk around the government, the GOJ bond market being the government of Jamaica bonds being visible, being made visible, because that's really what it is, right? The
Mhm.
fixed income securities. And they gave the date of it being April, and I feel like that's like I don't know why my gut just tell me that's like a political
Oh,
standing,
there
like
it
when
is. That's why. It was in
what
the Gleaner article.
or it was in a Gleaner article. Sure,
And
sure,
they
That's
sure.
said
Which one?
that's where they said
at
July.
the JSE conference too. I remember what it is when Favor was on the stage.
I think she said
Mm-hmm.
initially at the thing, or
Which
well, I
was
don't know
saying
how late that article was.
the
Shake and share.
Shale committee, remember us? And so you guys whatever. They've given assurances that da 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 da.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think it was second quarter. Yeah.
I remember it being second quarter, but also it's a government thing. Anything,
Okay,
yeah.
that's probably why they said
Yeah, get
by
them time, yeah.
July.
By July. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, if it happened this year, I'd be happy with it. But the truth is, hey, even the market itself, you can launch, the junior market launched long before anything they list on it, So
Mm-hmm.
you can,
Hmm.
you can
That's true
launch.
too.
Yeah, the junior market
Launch all you
launch,
want.
and then if I remember correctly,
Chill.
I could be wrong. There are months, but I could be wrong. But it might have been that the junior market launched, and then the next year, the '09, like it launched '08 and then '09 access listed. But I don't know. You think anybody cares about a micro? I'm hoping that I broke or two. I'd love if Mayberry cared about a micro, but I don't.
That would be really cool.
I
Oh
just
man, the things we could see.
yeah, but I just don't think that like it's smaller. I don't know if they care that
Mm-hmm.
that smaller size.
I truly
I
don't
think
know.
it's a great opportunity for especially smaller brokers, but I don't know if the
We'll
smaller
see.
brokers, yeah, give a damn like that.
They
For me,
should.
they should, but they should. I agree with you.
We all have hopes and dreams.
Exactly. Probably Dolphin Cove. I like Dolphin Cove. I
I
love Dolphin
know.
Cove at $10. Yeah. Who knows? I think maybe later this quarter we'll be very happy to see Dolphin Cove. I'm hoping maybe Mayberry have something to do with that too. But either way, I think Dolphin Cove might be something exciting later in the quarter, or certainly later in the year. But I'm hoping in the quarter. 52-week low today,
Giving them more
1034.
time, but
Is
yes,
that so?
I would hope as soon
Yeah.
as possible.
Well, Yeah, yeah. We'll see. One to watch. One to watch. It hit the 52-week low today. It hasn't been this low in a long, 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 long time.
Aye. Where did it trade today?
$10.01. That's as low as it traded today.
Lies.
$10.01.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting time.
And their full year, their audited numbers are late. 1 month and 1 week late.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I see.
1 month and 1 week late. And they said that they expect it to be submitted on the 15th of April. So that will take us to next week.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see. I like that. I like Dolphin Cove for Q2. I own some, and it's a lot cheaper to buy more.
For real.
Yeah. But I don't know. Danhai was one thing that you think for the Q2 that
Well, I thought
may
I
be
said it
good.
with the junior market, but the American market was Let's Go.
Oh, the mic. That's true. You did say the micro market. Sorry, I forgot. You did say the micro market. But I don't know.
But
And
anyway, again, select late. So, but in my ramblings, I often gave them the lateness factor and said you did Q2 before Q2, not Q1, because I know how the bank and government time are very similar. You know, until Q1, expect Q2.
yeah, I think for the selects, I don't think that they're waiting on government. I think they're waiting on their.
No. I was waiting on government. So government and bank move at the same speed.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Or maybe it's that the government moves at the speed of the banks.
They often blame each other, you know. So
Yeah. The selects. They also I expect might be moving in May, still Q2, right? Yeah, May, June. Yeah, I think we might see some interesting things in them from them in late Q2, maybe early
fingers
Q3.
crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. And somebody said, like a JMB always push MSME stuff, and what I remember is them every year launching that same thing.
Every year launching what?
That same MSME thing they launch every year. Like,
Oh yeah, them
I
launch
can't
that
remember. I
MSME.
don't know if it's still. I don't know if it's still launched. But I remember more than one time to see them launch the one thing. I said, oh, it's done last year.
Yeah, the small business support stuff. Yeah,
Man.
them support small business about 4 times in 4 years in a row.
And then when I got here,
Yeah, well, you're not a
open
small
my
business.
account.
Are you a small business?
When I go there to go open, anyways, yeah.
Boy, Jimmy B, link up. Everybody here likes you and wants to help you. Link up. I certainly can help you with some of your money line stuff. Who knows? The brokerage space, you think you'll get more interesting in the quarter? Or maybe smaller in the quarter?
Interesting. I don't know about might again doing a micro market coming, but I don't think it's anything from them just yet.
Yeah. I'll well, I see Phil, you're rejoining to say something? Or you just dropped off?
I just dropped off. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you're leaving us with something. Well, all right. Like I said, I don't want to go
Oh
all
well,
night.
what I would look forward for Q2, I just throw that in have to throw in a main event plug, main event turnaround.
You are
Carnival.
consistent.
Yes, this is very true. Same thing over and over again. The results will be due in June. The results that would encompass the Lost in Time, the Coffee Festival, and Carnival. So
All right.
we'll see.
Would be
Oh yeah,
nice.
that's true.
They had
Cause
a,
that's
they had a rough
all of
Christmas.
this quarter or last
Yeah,
quarter. Yeah.
February, March, and April.
Mm-hmm.
It would be
Oh
nice if
yeah, this quarter, cause their quarter is weird.
SVL had that spin-off for Caymanas and main event raised and took a piece, eh?
That would definitely be nice, yeah.
That'd be very, very good.
Yeah, man.
That'd be
Would be,
very, very
yes.
good. Yeah, so you could silo a lot of the business into that. Yeah, that'd be very good. And it would be good for main event, and it would, as that part of. Yeah, well, we can do a SVL episode another day. But yeah,
Yeah, man.
all right.
Bro, we talk about SVL a whole lot, you know.
A whole lot.
Yeah, we-
And they
A
are.
whole lot. Yeah. A whole lot.
And-
Them don't need to pay us. I wouldn't mind if they paid us, but they don't need to pay
It
us.
would be,
I know,
really
right?
nice.
Yeah, it'll be great. Link up and offer some ad money,
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Either way. So thank you, people. Thank you very much, Phil and Judsa,
Bless
Teacher
up.
Striker,
Thank you.
for sharing your thoughts with us. And of course, thank you, Shae and Danhai, for sharing your Q1 thoughts.
Of course.
To look at the Q2. Yeah, and thanks everybody for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's another wonderful Brick Talk, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Yep. Night, night.